Is it cool? Is it cool that I look comfortable back here in the corner? It's just like a relaxed show.
It does.
I mean,
Bam.
It's almost sensual.
thank you. Finally, finally, somebody
What's up,
understands
Ryan?
my aura over here.
What's going on? What's up, Matt?
Sexual harassment panda.
Everybody.
What was that?
Everybody's here.
Oh, it was my mic stand. Goodness.
6 foot.
Oh,
Oh yeah, dude, we gotta be
6 feet.
socially distant.
Socially distant, which is,
One of my favorite things
oh
in
yeah?
the world. Oh, yeah.
Well, you know. All right, so we've officially started episode number 3. So with the quarantine stuff, we had to kind of move some things around. Not really. We just wanted to do a Friday night special for you. What's funny about that?
Nothing. Just had a little
Little.
deal.
Oh.
You got a little deal too?
Yep.
Man, that's a rough life. Unbelievable.
That was me. That's a beer tab.
Oh, okay. I thought it was him over here, Michael J. Foxing for his phone. Anyway,
All right.
what a way to start it out. Adam Slinky's with us too. He's over there. He's got pink eye or something. Somebody
No.
farted on his pillow. What
No.
happened?
I got a grinder spark in my eye.
Just one spark? It was
No,
one?
it was like 3 or 4 probably.
Oh, you counted too.
Yeah, well, I felt them. I didn't count them. I felt them. Yeah.
Sweet.
Been crying since.
You
since
cried?
It just won't stop. It's waterworks.
Like
all
you
day.
emotionally cried? Or
No. Just my eye just decides to cry all day.
all day? All right.
Just one of them though.
Well, your
Just
eye
one
wants
of
what
them.
it wants.
Yeah.
It won't. Yeah, that's
Let it cry.
Yeah. Ooh, a little Hootie.
Oh,
Starting the show with Hootie. He's my favorite. Darius Rucker's probably my favorite. What's
good
up,
one.
fellas?
Darius Rucker is D-man.
That's probably the first weirdest response I ever got when I said, "What's up, fellas?" Darius Rucker's D-man. All right. I like it.
that's
Guys,
okay.
That's what makes this
all
show
right.
good.
I'm having a rough day.
Uh-oh, what happened?
Can't go on vacation.
Oh, where was you going to go, Branson?
South Padre.
Oh, that's a little better.
And
Branson, the go-to.
Everybody.
That is our area's go-to
It
for
is.
vacation.
For sure.
I think
Yes.
Branson's shut down.
Is it really?
Silver
Yeah.
City is.
Oh, yeah, I guess it would have to be.
Yeah.
Right?
Good God, you got a big enough drink over there, you lush.
There was this much in there when
Oh,
I started,
okay.
and there's still this much in there. Just
gotcha.
enough to coat my lips.
Right.
That's it.
Gotcha.
That's what.
I believe you.
I'm gonna stop there.
It's
Okay.
sanitary.
Yeah. So
Kills
you know,
everything.
Corona virus, no touching, social distancing. We're drinking whiskey out of the same bottle and passing it around.
Yep.
So, but it's alcohol, right? You
Yeah.
sanitize your hands with alcohol, so I'm sanitizing my throat with alcohol.
Same difference.
It's the same thing.
Why wouldn't you? It goes through your lungs too. So
Liquid goes through your lungs. Is that why you cough sometimes when you drink?
I think that's how they get breathalyzers working stuff through your lungs now. Am I wrong?
He's got a point.
He does have a
I was
point.
trying to be an
it
asshole.
kills it.
He's got a point.
Damn.
I'm not saying
He's right
out
until-
there for all our listeners to start drinking a whole bunch that it's going to cure anything.
It might.
I'm just saying it passes through your body.
He's got a point though.
It might kill your liver.
How does the
So you might
breathalyzer
not want to do
work?
that.
God, we're
Apparently,
wormholing quick.
You don't.
Live from Slinky Studios, this is the K&J Show. I'm Coy Powell, that's Josh Hopkins, Ryan Merrill, Matt Morgan, and Adam Slinky
Why do you say it like
on
that?
the audio.
How does breathally?
Blanker.
He's got one eye. Cut him some slack here.
Welcome back.
Thanks, Adam. Thanks for Googling how a breathalyzer works.
Oh, nice.
I forgot. You did go to school in Baxter, though, didn't you?
No, I was homeschooled.
Oh, all right.
Oh, that makes
Even-
sense.
Yeah. Usually it's the homeschooled ones that are smart.
Did you play basketball?
I did.
At home?
I got to play for a Christian school.
Oh,
While you were homeschooled?
Yeah.
You know, I was a starting forward
I played
for
football,
the
too,
University
for
of
an
Phoenix
8-man.
Online.
well, you know,
Amen, team.
You are the
What'd you say?
man.
you do know that Tim Tebow, I think, got the Tim Tebow Act or whatever it was, that you're able to pick a school locally if you're homeschooled.
Play sports in?
Yeah, because he was homeschooled.
Is that so? That's what you did? You were homeschooled and you just picked wherever?
No, it was only a private school. That law wasn't in effect when because I would have
How-
played for Conway
When
Springs.
did you
They had a
graduate? This has probably been
2003.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That was
All right.
older.
That was back in the day.
So Ryan, you actually played.
Well, that was
for-
probably around the same time.
Who did you say you played for?
Well, I was a starting forward at the University of Phoenix Online in college, but
Oh yeah. So
competition was not very tough.
hey, I went
that.
to University of Phoenix for a criminal justice degree for about 3 weeks, and the first essay I had to do, I thought this isn't the life for me.
Right. I thought, I don't want all this, okay? It's going to get big.
Oh yeah.
I'll just go ahead and end her.
How'd you deal with the crowd and the fans?
Well, it was mostly like, chat rooms and whatever, but I don't know. It was all right.
Was there any hecklers?
Oh, there's a bunch.
That's
Trust me.
Oh man! All right, so episode 3. It's late in the evening. It's Friday. We're all fired up. Matt's crying. He looks like Matt, or he looks like Adam. I think it is pink eye. It's already made its way over here.
Spreading quick. It's spreading.
Good God Almighty! Damn it, Adam!
That
Look what
just
you've
caught
done to
me
the
off
studio.
guard, I guess.
Look what you've done to the studio. Hey, we got a message up there, bro. Never mind. Don't look at that. So anyway, of course, we've got to talk about, and we're not going to spend a lot of time on this, but we're just going to
Thank
give
God.
some thoughts, and we're just going to talk here just a little bit. Coronavirus, still here, still around. Everybody's quarantining. So I guess just a disclaimer here. Obviously, this podcast, we joke around, comedy, we cut up, we have fun. Obviously, do what you're supposed to be doing, just for everybody's sake. Make sure you're washing your hands. I think you should do that shit every day anyway, because I'm a germaphobe. But just make sure you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Don't be an asshole and going out there and just, do what you're supposed to be doing, I guess. Do what they're recommending. It'll pass. It'll be forgotten. This time next year, we'll be going, holy shit, I can't believe we had to do this. But it'll be gone. So with that being said, we joke, we have fun. It's kind of from a comedic aspect, and that's about it. So we're all idiots, and we just want to have fun and make people laugh, and that's part of it. So
You know what
want to
kind
get
of-
the serious part out.
Frustrates me about that whole deal is they keep bringing up. I'll just use the Cherokee County deal for example. There's somebody in Cherokee County that's infected. Well, we're going to do some investigating and figure out who they've been in contact with. How about
Right.
let's know who it is. We'll
Yeah.
tell you have we been in contact with them. That way we can immediately go and get checked.
Right.
I don't know. It kind of frustrates me.
Well, you know how people are, though. Like, they may not, just playing devil's advocate here, because I agree with you,
And
but
I'm sure there's HIPAA, stuff involved with
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Or however
That's
that
a good
works.
point.
there is, but you never know, like, the people that give out the name, you never know what'll happen. There's some weird people, like, they may come to the guy's house or whatever, and
Yeah.
Yeah, but on the other
Threat
hand, there's
name, it is
probably a
Southeast
lot
Kansas.
of this guy's family that's like, hey, whoever has gotten this might want to get checked.
Right.
exactly.
Friends and family.
Yeah.
So I'm sure it's been quarantine. And
Because what we heard was he was a 52-year-old man, but he was a preacher in Columbus. This is what I heard.
This is true
So-
because my father-in-law, he's a pastor in Columbus too, and he actually thought that he was around him at that time, but he had just gotten back from a missions trip, is what I heard,
Oh wow. Yeah, that'll do it.
and he wasn't around him at that time, so we're all in the clear. So
Right. Right on. Well, hey, when you do the Lord's work, sometimes you got to get your hands dirty. So,
Yeah, moving on.
that is true.
okay.
Does anybody here, every time you feel a little tickle in your throat, you're like,
Oh, dude.
God, this is it. I better get my affairs in order. This
Yeah,
is
yeah.
going to be the big one.
Yeah.
You know?
I actually thought that all day yesterday.
I did too. I'm
Oh,
like, am
yeah.
I running a fever? What's
Yeah.
going on here?
I woke up sweating last night. It was Corona. Instantly.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
6 feet.
it's where I'm at.
Yeah. What about you?
This is the same.
Really?
Like, I'm thinking at work today, I'm like, clearing my throat.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you dare cough in front
Am
of
I?
me.
Is that a healthy cough or? Is
Oh,
that
yeah,
an
for real.
infected Cough?
And then you see like the random person that sneezes or coughs. Everybody does this now.
Well, yeah, that's why they say.
Yeah.
Which brings me to like we were talking about. It's they say for every person that sneezes, 3 of them shit their pants, which explains why I can't buy any fucking toilet paper
Yeah.
in the 4-state area
Apparently.
or apparently the nation.
Right.
Uh,
And that kind of leads us into one of the things you were wanting to talk about. So why don't you take that and run?
yeah, I just, to me, there's so many better options of things to hoard
Right.
than toilet paper. I just don't feel like that's a necessity. I really feel like a roll of toilet paper would last a normal person a week. I mean, am I wrong? Maybe.
Well, depending on the size of the household, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like it's just
Yeah.
crazy to me. And I was at the store and I'm everything else is fine. You've got some milk gone.
Right.
Milk's being replenished. You got some eggs gone. You can still find eggs. You can't find fucking toilet paper. And I'm going, what is the deal? I was with my son today, and I'm going, what is going on? What
Toilet paper.
There's so many more things. Hand soap,
A bunch of it.
prime example.
Yeah, because
Why the hell aren't we hoarding that?
symptoms of COVID-19, there is no symptoms of shitting your pants or diarrhea.
Well, that was some of the people were, to Matt's point, severe. If you have the severe case of it, was diarrhea was one of the things.
I think if you have the severe case of it, the least of your concerns is how much fucking toilet paper
Right.
you have.
You're going to be
Buy
in,
some
You're going to be
cheese.
in like ICU.
That's a great point. Also, buy some cheese. If you
So-
can't afford toilet paper, by the way, folks, if you can't afford toilet paper, just buy a bunch of cheese.
So number 5,
Matt just saved you some money.
You're welcome.
The number 5 was hand soap. Number 4 was cheese. What's number 3?
Man, I'm gonna say sanitizer, hand sanitizer, just in general.
Yeah.
It's not hard to find.
No.
Shit's everywhere,
Yeah.
Literally.
and they're not buying it as a precaution. They're just
No.
buying toilet. They're like, fuck hand sanitizer. I'm gonna get
Yeah.
this, and I'm gonna shit my pants.
And I'm going to wipe my ass and not have anything to wash my hands with.
Right.
So if I don't get corona, I'm definitely going to look like Adam with pink eye.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
Number 5, hand soap. Number 4, cheese. Number 3, hand sanitizer.
So we're going over like a top 5 of what Matt would want.
Or just
to-
us in general. I mean,
Hoard.
I'm just baffled. Like, to me, toilet paper should not be our number one priority. Ryan,
No, not at all.
what you got?
Hand sanitizer is probably one of the big ones. Some disinfectant spray.
Yep.
But
Lysol.
Lysol,
Yep.
exactly. Anything that kills viruses, it's on the bottle that says Corona on there. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty obvious. If you go and you exchange money or whatever, sanitize your hands because you never know.
Oh, yeah. Because people are filthy, and I prove my point to my wife all the time because she makes fun of me. Because I'll touch things and I won't touch anything else because I'm a germaphobe. So I'll just kind of leave my hands up until I can get some Germ-X. And she used to make fun of me all the time. Yep. I'm doing the
Ricky Bobby thing.
yeah.
They got helium in your hands.
I don't
It's
know.
the weirdest thing.
God.
So I told her, I said, so
Things
let's
floating around. You see that, man?
let's go back here. Let's go back here by the bathrooms and let's just wait for just a second. And sure enough, you watch people walk out, and I said, you don't know if this person that's coming out washed their hands. So they're walking down the aisle, they're grabbing this, they're grabbing this. And I said, go in the bathroom and don't make it awkward, but just watch and see how many people come in there from going to the bathroom. Regardless of what they're doing, it's disgusting.
Right.
Walking out of the bathroom, not washing their hands. And then
what's
they're
the
going out.
What's the first thing they tell
The door.
customers? Well, after that, their cart.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what's crazy to me too is you walk into Walmart and they have a Lysol wipe.
Yeah, the wipes.
Still,
Yeah.
how many people use that?
Not very many.
1 out of 10.
I'm not even a germaphobe, and I use them every
Right,
time. we go.
maybe 1 out of 10 though. Like if you really
Right.
watch.
Yeah.
And to me, it's like, guys, it doesn't take a global pandemic to realize that you're literally putting your hands in someone else's shit 90% of
Oh
the time.
yeah, a perfect example of this too is what's the dirtiest thing in your house? What do you think it is? The dirtiest thing in your house, Adam. What do you got? Go,
Probably a doorknob or light switch or something like that.
Ryan. What do you got?
Ooh.
Dirtiest thing in your house. I'm not talking about your collection.
I think I know the answer to this.
What is it? What do you got?
Toilet
I would-
paper roll?
Nope.
I would say toilet, but I think the
No,
dirtiest thing in your house is probably
Don't disappoint me.
the couch in the living room.
No, you're wrong.
Damn it.
What do you got?
Your shoes.
You're wrong. It's the remote control.
Oh, yeah.
Well played.
Yeah, good point.
There's more fecal matter on a remote in your home than anything in your house. There's more shit on your remote than there is your toilet. What which you got to think, toilets, constant water, it's always whatever. But remote control is the dirtiest item in your home.
I was going to say.
So how many times do you grab your remote and afterwards you're like digging something out of your, you know what I mean?
Oh, every
Well,
day.
at least
Think
it's
about that.
your
I
shit,
dig it
though.
out.
Not always.
Well, at least, yeah. I mean,
it's got to be your
good point.
shit.
Yeah. Or your,
Wait.
Wait.
It's got to be your shit.
Yep.
Oh, you know. So,
Anyways, I would say that's my top 3 at least. Or
right.
3 or 4. I mean, I don't know.
No guns and ammo, nothing like that.
Yeah. I just feel like that's not a
pretty low
priority
on my
to people.
list.
Yeah.
For this,
Yeah. Just in case.
Hillary Clinton possibly getting elected, guns and ammo was way
Yeah,
up
for
there
sure.
on my list.
For sure.
Right.
I wasn't thinking about toilet paper.
Yeah,
and
you
hand
couldn't even buy a
sanitizer.
22 shell whenever she was running for president.
You couldn't. You
No.
couldn't.
It was like it was outrageous.
Yeah, you could buy 1 box a month or something like that. No, I mean, when they came in, which was like once a month.
Yeah, it was wild.
Yeah, and it was $47.50 for a box of
Oh, it was crazy.
30 shells, 100, whatever.
So that's kind of our I guess what's more important than toilet paper. What you should be going to Walmart and getting is
Right. And this isn't a joke, so.
yeah, no, like
you
that's
know,
legitimately.
We joked around, but.
No, I'm being
yeah.
serious.
Guys, be
No,
careful out there.
My
absolutely.
yeah,
biggest
for sure.
question, is what is the point? I almost feel like it's a game. I
Yeah.
really do. Like I see people rushing into Sam's, and I only say Sam's because I've been there twice now and they haven't had
Right.
any.
Yeah,
Rushing in and selling pallets out in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
A pallet
Yep.
of toilet paper in 30 minutes gone. And I can't wrap my mind around what people are thinking.
Well, you know the old saying, like, hey, if I jumped off a bridge, would you just follow
Oh,
me?
yeah,
That's what it
absolutely.
is.
And that's
That
what
is
I
the
see.
Blind.
sheep.
That's what I see.
It's the
and like
sheep.
these people are they're following, suit. And
In
it
my-
makes no sense to me. Like, let's come up with something better to hoard or a better idea of something that I don't know. Just the toilet paper.
Oh, it's frustrating. It's
so
crazy.
frustrating.
It's crazy.
And it's not even because I need toilet paper. It's just because it's annoying
Yeah.
to me at this point.
Right. And you go to the stores, everything's cleaned out. That freaks you out. You're like, oh, God, I need
Yeah.
more toilet paper.
Did I miss something?
I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like
Like
kids.
Oh yeah.
One square.
Yeah,
That's
that's
all you're
it.
going to get today.
Make it
see-
work.
I seen
really?
a
Why?
I seen a post
know.
yesterday that was funny. It said, pro isolationist people that just do this all the time. They're
Yeah.
rolling into Walmart at like 11 or 12 at night, going, "God damn, this night manager's terrible."
Oh yeah, he's
You
not
know,
restocking.
like,
His shit.
he's not
What's going
doing-
on
yeah.
here?
And he has no idea. Like, he just goes back home. He's like, "I'll try again tomorrow." No toilet paper. He's like, that's just what he does.
Then they change their hours again, so when he goes by there tomorrow,
they're
it's gonna
closed.
be
He's like,
closed.
"What the
What's
hell
going on?
happened?
What's going on
I
here?
got to get out before midnight."
This is crazy. Tweakers are got the whole place shut down, or something's going on. It's weird.
You know, we talked about history last week. What if we had what if it comes down to it to where 30 years from now, we're going to be like, back in the day, we used to toilet paper people's houses.
Yeah.
And people were going to go, what? No, you don't. You
Yeah,
can't-
we bought a square for $5.
you can't do that.
You got them squares, man. You got them squares.
Yeah.
Got a little baggie of
expensive ass
squares.
decoration.
We're gonna have to go to Seashells.
It's
Name
the
that
only
movie.
option.
Demolition Man.
There it is.
Top notch.
It's a great one.
Is that Rob Schneider?
Do a buffer version of it's the Italian Stallion, bro. Oh, Rob Schneider is in there.
Wasn't
Holy
he
shit!
in that
He didn't know how
with
to use the
Sandra Bullock?
seashells. Yeah, that was his line. You're
I
right.
think that was.
Holy
I forgot
shit.
about that.
I can't
is Rob
say I've
Schneider.
seen it.
You haven't seen Demolition Man?
I don't think
What
Yeah,
the
either one of us have.
hell?
I don't
Wesley
even know what we're talking
Snipes?
about.
That's why we sat by one another, in the back of the class.
Wesley Snipes,
Yeah.
Sylvester Stallone, one of the hottest ladies on the planet.
I mean,
Sandra
you can
Bullock.
explain it to me all day.
Yeah.
No,
Basically,
Never-
you're just spoiling it.
Right. Never seen it.
Classic.
Thanks for
spoiling it.
thanks for telling us the great
Oh,
parts.
sorry. It's not a big deal. He just, he's a cop and he gets frozen and he goes to this museum, beats up Wesley Snipes. It's no big deal.
Yeah.
So it's a legend of a movie.
Oh, I'm fucking floored that you've never seen it.
Never even heard of it.
Do you know who Jenna
Never
Jameson
even
is?
heard of it?
I
will-
don't think
will-
so. I know who Jenna. Did you say Jenna Jameson?
No.
I don't think she's in that
Who
one.
said that? She's in Demolition Woman.
Okay, yeah, I
Yeah.
do know who she is.
She just got destroyed.
okay. She took a beating.
She did. Oh, they demolished
hey,
it.
Hey, speaking of legends,
Hey, there it is right there.
There it is.
Adam. Uh-oh. He's scrolling with one good eye, so give him a second.
Yeah.
Take your time, Adam. Okay.
And that was
Just the picture, so they can see the picture. I'm still baffled. I'm thinking maybe the picture will
Wesley
refresh
Snipes
their
with the
memory.
blonde mohawk. You don't remember that? My God.
That
No,
Dennis
it's got
Leary's in
Stallone
it.
and
I
Snipes.
think he is.
Dennis Leary's in it.
Wow.
Yeah.
All star-studded cast.
I didn't know
for sure.
I didn't know Rocky played in Demolition Man.
That's weird.
It is weird.
It was afterwards.
You call
They
me a
froze
liar?
him.
No, don't hurt me.
They actually froze him, and he. Yeah, that's crazy.
Huh.
Really
speaking,
good movie.
Hey, speaking of legend,
Hang on, just real quick, because we wormhole. What were we talking about to bring us into
I
this?
don't even know.
we were talking about the 5 damn things better to hoard than toilet paper, and
And we
ended
got
up
on Demolition Man.
That's why this damn show needs a
Blame
host.
me. Keep us in line here. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Speaking of legend, an NFL legend, I guess if you're counting Super Bowl rings,
T-Bone?
was on the move.
Yeah, he was.
He did what every person in this country usually wants to do whenever they get old, is move to Florida.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what we were talking about today. I said the only team that I'm surprised he didn't go to at this was the Dolphins.
Yeah, they weren't going to let that happen.
I know, but you're a little farther south.
Yeah.
Well, that,
Do you
Tommy
think he
kind of
re-
won a winning record? You know, Dolphins.
Yeah,
bless their
they're-
hearts.
Oh,
Tampa,
man.
Bless their
Tampa,
hearts.
Yeah,
Tampa's
you did
got the
say
wide
that.
receivers though.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, I mean,
Mike Evans,
And they got a pretty good running game.
who'd they have? Who played quarterback for him this last year?
Jameis
Jameis
Winston.
Winston.
He did. He played all season.
30 touchdowns,
He
30
threw it for like
interceptions.
5,200 yards, didn't he?
I think, yeah. No, it was like 7,100,
I
30
think-
touchdowns, and I think it was actually like 47 interceptions.
He threw 30 picks. That's bad.
How many yards did you just say he had?
Like 7,100, something like that.
Damn.
I think it was close.
It was, he led the league
Wasn't
in
it
passing
five-
yards, I
wasn't
think.
It, wasn't it
No,
close
I'm
to
saying
6,000?
it was 5,200 or something
it?
like that. I don't think 71 seems a bit extreme, but I could be
Seems-
wrong.
Seems like a skewed number.
To be honest with
So-
you,
It's pretty close.
that sounds
See, I'm pretty sure I had him
accurate,
on my
I guess.
It's only
fantasy
about
team,
two-
and he struggled the first couple weeks.
Oh, yeah.
But then he came on
Who?
strong.
Who?
Winston.
You know what's crazy about him is he'll have 5 picks in a game and still throw for 6 touchdowns and 500 yards.
Sometimes, yeah.
It's
and still
impressive.
lose the game.
It's impressive, yeah.
And still lose the game.
Yeah.
Guess what? He's not Tom Brady.
No.
Sorry.
What's even more
so
impressive?
where's Winston going?
He'll be back up.
Because
I'm
he's not
assuming.
terrible.
But so what are the
He's
open?
good.
What are the open spots that you have left though? Because you still have Cam Newton, and Cam will get picked over Jameis Winston.
Cam, I think, is going to go to Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Oh,
But they do have Gardner Minshew. They have Gardner Minshew. Minshew Mania.
Well, no, Jacksonville. They signed fucking Nick.
No, they traded,
Nick Foles.
traded him to Chicago, bro. Nick Foles is going to Chicago.
Where's Trubisky going?
He's still on the roster. I think it's like a competition deal. Like, Mitch, get your shit together because we just signed another
Yeah, because his
quarterback.
contract's not that high either. I don't
Foles
think
isn't a starting guy.
he's a Super Bowl winner.
No. But
He's a Super Bowl winner as
won a
a
Super Bowl.
backup, and that's what I'm saying.
And a
He's-
Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah.
To me, he's Kirk Cousins. I think Kirk Cousins will do better sitting behind somebody. He'll come in and win you every single time he plays because he tries better. He tries harder. This is my opinion.
Don't you think Kirk
I don't
Cousins is a
think
little
Kirk
more
Co-
talented than
I don't think he's
Foles?
that good.
I'm not saying I'm disagreeing with you either. I used to be on the Kirk Cousins
I
train.
I loved him. I picked him up in fantasy, and he's super disappointed in me last
Speaking
year.
of fantasy, I wanted to go back to Ryan's deal. Like,
Whoa, wait a
why'd you
minute.
have Jameis Winston as your
Okay.
quarterback?
Yeah.
Did you pick a little low in the draft, or
No, he's first pick.
He's my backup.
took him number 1 overall?
I do make stupid
lot
picks
of, lot
sometimes.
of, lot of
but
upside.
So he picked Janikowski first
Winston
pick.
was on my bench,
Okay.
and then I traded him off.
Yep.
I think I dropped him.
Yep.
And then he was in the free agency, and he's,
he's
averaging
lighting it
20
up.
some points a game.
Yeah,
so I'm
he-
like, I better pick him back up.
Yeah.
But
Makes sense.
yeah,
It does make sense once you explain
If
it.
I'm being
It's not my
honest,
real
every
fantasy.
time I draft, I'll always wait. I won't pick a quarterback till I did last year. I say I picked Patrick Mahomes second round, which was a good
pick.
pickup.
That's a good pick.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a good pick.
he was hurt for 2
Who'd
weeks.
you
I
pick in the
think.
first round? Like, I haven't played fantasy football.
I don't
want to
talk about it. I picked up Todd Gurley, first pick,
But
and he
re-
just was an
He's
That's
going
just
to the
a
Falcons.
bust.
Yeah,
he did. Yeah, went to the Falcons.
That's unlucky though. Like, because he was.
To me, he's an Alvin Kamara guy.
Prior, like, he was
he
tearing
catches
it up.
passes and he runs the ball. He's good.
Yeah, he's good.
I just don't feel like he just didn't have a good season.
He's not a steady output kind of guy.
Well, they picked up somebody else.
Who?
The Rams did, and he played
Oh, C.J. Anderson.
C.J.
Yeah,
Anderson.
right. And he was
freaking destroyed Dallas.
he's good, dude.
Oh, yeah.
And
He's like
he
a little
made,
bowling ball.
yeah, and he made Gurley basically, in my opinion, a third down back.
yeah, if
You
that.
know, so it's like to have Gurley as your number one pick as a third down back is like,
Yeah, that sucks. That hurts.
I thought Gurley had some sort of issues.
He
with
was-
a knee or a
well, I'll tell
hamstring
you,
or
you
something.
didn't play worth a shit. That was an issue for me.
Yeah, that's
Something
a huge
happened
issue.
there with him.
He was rumored to have some type of knee deal.
Yeah,
So not
I
this
know.
last
Didn't
season, but
say
the season
anything.
before that, when they played Dallas and they beat Dallas, when C.J. Anderson rushed for like 147 yards against
Was he
Dallas's
with
defense.
Denver still?
Nope,
That was
he
a-
was with the Rams.
that
This
was
wasn't
okay.
last year; it was a year before
When
that.
they went to the Super Bowl and played the Patriots.
yeah. So
They had C.J. Anderson that year.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They didn't have C.J. Anderson last year.
Dude, he ran through everybody in the playoffs. Like Gurley was sitting on the bench the whole playoff.
I mean,
run
they
just about.
blew through
he
Dallas's
was.
defense, and Dallas, their run defense is one of the best in the league
That year. They were good, really good.
Stopped them.
So Tom Brady to the Buccaneers. We went down a deep dark hole again.
None of us guessed that right though.
I'm okay with
Not
that.
a
But,
one.
you know, yeah, I really thought, which after you said, obviously, that, what's his name? I can't think of his name. The Titans coach.
Yeah,
Vrabel.
Yeah, right. Vrabel. Dude was like, no, I don't want him. That I still thought he was going there, to be honest with you.
No, I wasn't lying. Like I heard that they were like, we're signing Tannehill today.
That's true. And they were looking to get Mariota out of there for some reason.
Yeah, Mariota went to
Yeah.
the Raiders.
They kind of struggled last year, but
Did you
Mariota
see
was
what-
good for a year. At
not-
least a half a year.
He's not terrible.
Did you see what they're paying?
Mariota,
Who are we talking?
Tannehill.
Wait, God dang. Yeah, Tannehill.
Yeah,
It is unreal.
Oh boy,
what's he getting paid?
$40 million, I think, or something like that.
who Tannehill is?
Yeah, look up his contract really quick.
God, that's crazy.
It's $40 million, but I can't remember how many years.
Yeah, it's gonna be his new contract. So
$118 million contract.
What?
4-year, $118 million.
oh my stars
Hey, that's-
alive.
I can buy a lot of toilet paper.
Oh boy. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, there it is. 4 years, $20 million signing bonus. Average salary, $29 a year. Ooh, guaranteed at signing at $62 million. Guaranteed at signing. His total guaranteed is $91 million.
This is out of hand.
Is he that
Holy
good?
I'll just say
He's good. He's good, but
I'm
he's
sure
not
not
that. He's
good.
not
I'm
that
not
good.
understanding that.
I'm sure Ryan Tannehill's listening right now.
I hope he
but,
is.
man, you did a hell of a job.
Hey,
Yeah,
good
you're-
for you, pal.
Your agent.
He's got a good agent.
He's
yeah.
got a great
Yeah.
agent.
Listen,
Well
listen,
played.
listen. On that same topic, I'll bring up two other guys. Derek Carr,
Raider.
and which I love Derek Carr as a person.
Great guy.
Fantastic guy. His interview after he signed his contract, his interview was one of the best I'd ever heard.
Right.
And then Kirk Cousins. I
Yeah.
just don't think either one of them are worth.
Kurt really turned me off this year. You can ask Coy in our little group chat. I've always defended Cousins. I've tried to defend Cousins because he was in our division for a long time. So I've seen, I got to see kind of firsthand what he could do. He wasn't terrible by any means, but he could do
Right.
some final quarter drives, get down the field, have a lot of energy. And I thought, he'll take some of that to the Vikings. First year Vikings, okay, new team, new coaches, give you a break. And then what really ruined it for me was like when he played Kansas City. Not a knock against Kansas City, but he had that game. But he played so terrible. And that's when Kansas City's defense was still kind of trying to find themselves. They were struggling. They weren't, because their defense didn't really pick up till after Mahomes came back from injury. So he disappointed me.
That was a crazy deal to me.
What?
Like, I really felt like whenever he came back, they had a game or two that they didn't win.
Who are we talking about?
The Chiefs.
Oh, yeah.
It was almost like they didn't know what to do with him back. It was like that was a weird time of the season because
Right.
keep in mind I had him in fantasy. Well, he was hurt for a week or two. Well, then he just played like shit or something happened
Right.
for a week or two. I'm like, what in the hell is going on?
What was that substitute's name?
Where?
for Kansas City whenever he did get
Yeah,
hurt.
what was his name?
Oh,
I can't remember.
Matt Moore, baby.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
The guy was a champion.
So that kind of just lends some credibility to Kansas City's coaching and how fucking stacked they are on offense. When you can have a fucking assistant high school principal come in and throw
Exactly.
touchdown passes, like
That's pretty impressive.
that's impressive. Not only for the quarterback, but I mean, again,
That's the
Kansas
program.
City is a very well coached team with Andy Reid.
Right, and I think that too when Patrick Mahomes came back, I think Tyreek was out. Am I wrong? He was out, right?
I don't
At
know.
least one of those games, but
Yes, he was. He was
Yeah.
out
You
2
know how
games.
Yeah,
Chiefs
and I
haters,
think it
sorry
was
about
that
that,
same
guys.
time.
I hate that guy.
I'm sorry.
He's a lot of their offense. I mean, like if he's a
You have to
double,
cover him.
you have to double team him.
And you got Sammy Watkins, like you got to cover him, and
Right.
you got Travis Kelce, like you have to cover all three of those people.
Well, then old boy from
You got,
NEO,
you got Pringle.
what's the dude, the local guy, Darwin Thompson?
Yep.
He's a stud. I mean,
Yeah.
he's fast.
Yeah, but
I
some
don't
of those
know. They
guys
just
have a
call-
real chance to shine when you got
McCall
that many fucking
Hardman.
players on the field.
They got them little bitty
Amen.
fast guys.
Denard Robinson.
They're finally taking a page out of the Patriots book.
Demarcus Robinson, sorry.
that's true.
Yeah,
I mean, look, yeah, Edelman. You had
minus a
Amendola,
3 tight end set.
Edelman, Amendola. Who
Wes
was the dude from
Welker?
Texas Tech? Yes, well, Wes
Welker.
Welker. Yeah, I mean,
Who was that other guy that him and his quarterback were pretty close in high school? And he brags about it now in the new Netflix series. Oh, Aaron Hernandez. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we can't really talk about that though.
Have you watched that series yet?
I did. I did.
It
watch
doesn't
that
suck.
series.
It doesn't.
It's interesting.
Didn't know he was
Not literally, no.
Yeah, I didn't know he was into dudes.
I don't think he is. I think that dude just wants some attention because there's some Reddit pages going around saying that dude never played quarterback for our school. Like that was our quarterback's name, but that's not him.
Right.
So
Really?
yeah. So this guy just got on a
Really?
Netflix series and was like, yeah, we'd go to practice and come back and
Oh, I didn't know that. I haven't
we'd
heard this.
Yeah, I hadn't
shower
I
and
think that guy's full of shit.
that's what some of these subreddits were saying
That's
was
what
that
I want. I want to
Bullshit.
believe that only because, and this isn't like homophobic anything. This is, I loved watching that dude play.
God,
yeah, he was good.
He was so good.
Very good.
He
He
had
was.
the, and then it's like it almost ruins to me in a way his reputation as a football player. I don't know. It was just like if you're hiding something, I just feel like you're not all. Like it was everything.
Right.
If you find out one thing was fake or a front, everything to me after that was kind of bullshit. Like were you pulling the were you really that good?
right. Oh, I mean, he was really that good.
I know, but it was just
did-
like, was it a fluke deal or no?
Right.
I know better.
I do believe that his CTE that he had, I mean, it had to be bad because he was a screwed up individual.
Yeah, and I mean, he killed some of those people like before, like he really progressed into, which I guess it doesn't really matter how late you are in your NFL career. It just takes one hit your first game and it can really screw you
Yeah,
up.
I mean,
Yeah.
but he killed somebody in Miami, right? When he was going to
Yes.
college down
well,
there?
allegedly.
Allegedly.
yeah. So that never. So what the big ones were was
The ones in
after
Boston.
he had signed his contract and he took the guy like right down the road from his house and shot him and killed him, and then there was the drive-by after leaving the nightclub.
Yeah.
Right.
In an SUV that was found in the girl's house that, it was covered in dust because it had sat there for 3 years because it was reported in a shooting. So despite whether the dude was, doing whatever he was doing with dudes, allegedly, the guy was still a killer.
Yeah. Criminal.
Yeah. And I mean, you don't kill yourself in prison.
He was a bad man.
Because you're
He had a
innocent.
little- he had a little something up there that was a little tweaked.
Well, if
in
his-
brain.
I mean,
Most of the time you kill yourself in prison because you don't like Hillary.
Right.
or you know something about her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't take the pressure. Done.
Or you're just
You got CTE.
Yeah.
right.
Something's wrong with you.
CTE or Hillary. It's the only way you die in prison.
That's very true.
Yeah,
It's the only way you commit suicide at least.
I guarantee you.
Yeah.
60% of the time, it works every time.
I guarantee you that.
Every single time. Adam, what are you working on out there, buddy? You still one eyeing it?
Oh yeah.
Hey, we got any comments going? How many viewers we
Hey, I
got?
got a
Two?
question for you. Like a legitimate question.
Yeah. Cam Newton went to Miami. Winston to Jacksonville.
Ooh.
Ryan.
Zach,
maybe
I
you
don't know
can-
how to say that last name.
Zach
Josh.
Bergault, super good dude. He's a New England Patriots fan.
Poor guy.
But yeah, he said that he wants Derek Carr to go to New England.
Brother, you don't want that. Trust me.
Yeah, that's coming straight from a Raiders fan too.
Who was
so.
they're gonna pick up? Who were we talking about? New England. What was their record last year? They did pretty well.
Well, they made the playoffs.
New England?
That was probably the worst New England.
But they
we've
had
seen
it. But
in
they had an
15
okay.
years.
They were still
record.
like
they can
11 and
still
3, right?
like they can still somehow get.
They still made the playoffs, though.
Well, look at their
11 and
fucking
5,
division.
something like that. Weren't they?
So they don't have a shot at Burrow. No way.
New
They can
England?
trade up.
Yeah, but
They won't. They
Burrow
don't do that.
Burrow will be a number 2, number 3 guy.
They're looking for a 6th rounder from Michigan, somewhere around the 199th pick, somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr.
I think
Relevant.
he runs a 14-1-40
Yeah.
in khakis.
Yep.
Yeah.
And a 17.5-second cone.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, I got a question. This is off topic.
We
but
got an answer here on the show.
I've got to know your guys' thoughts on basically not leaving your house. Like they're going to keep you in your house. The executive order. How's that going to work?
It won't. It's going to work like one of those executive orders like, we're going to come take your guns.
Right.
It's not going to work.
So what do? I mean, do you still get to go to the store, go to work?
Well, like areas like this, like there's not enough manpower to actually
Yeah, if you
make
activate the
it
National
work.
Guard,
Like the National Guard would have to come in and basically just sit on every road and say, turn around. And then that might work in the bigger cities, maybe, but like areas like this, you're going to piss off a bunch of hillbillies and they're going to be like, hey, we're not doing
But then
it.
it becomes
It's going to be, I think, more of a shutting down businesses, keeping certain things open that people need.
trying to keep as many people at home as possible.
right. Basically, if you shut down businesses, I feel like you shut down
People's mobility.
Yeah.
Right. And I live like this every day.
Yeah.
I don't like going out. I don't go to casinos. I don't go to grocery
Yeah.
stores unless I need something.
Right.
You have to go to grocery stores. So surely there's got to be something there. But a lot of people are out and about all the time, and there's nothing wrong with that. But right now, there's something wrong with it, so don't do it.
Right.
And it's
Exactly.
probably killing them. They're like, oh, man, that Lucky Strikes machine's really hitting tonight.
Right.
But I can't
Really
go
hot.
in there.
Really
so
hot.
what?
Call
It's
my
okay.
name. It's calling my
Stay
name.
home for a little bit.
Well, it's just got
You
me.
know?
It's just got me baffled. I'm like, what makes it? And it brings me back to the whole point of what I brought up in the very beginning. Is I'm supposed to be on vacation this week,
Right.
Right.
and it's not that I'm not going because I can't go. It's that I'm not going because the only thing open is my hotel. I'm 100% positive that the bar isn't open in my
Oh,
hotel.
no. Hell no.
And I'm almost certain the restaurant that is also in my hotel is closed,
Oh, yeah.
along with the beach.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about Texas yet, but I know Florida, California. I mean, they shut their beaches down, and it's like, God, it's so frustrating.
Yeah.
I've waited 33 years to go on a spring break
Right.
beach destination. I'm sitting in my chair by the water. I'm taking my 3 oldest kids, 2 to watch the one. My wife's going to be laying on the beach, shotgunning wine out of a Franzia bag.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like,
right.
and now all of a
over
sudden,
now.
yeah, it gets done. It's
Had
it's
it all
oh
ready to
my
go.
God.
It was right there, and
Yeah.
then bam.
It's gone. Yeah, it sucks. I mean, but it's one of those things to where we had this discussion at work the other day. So the president of our company came in and was like, hey, you guys are all salary. We're not telling you to go work from home, but if you feel more comfortable working from home, go ahead. Go work from home. We don't care. Again, we're not telling you you have to do that, and we're not telling you that you can't do it. So if you want to work from home, work from home. But it's one of those things to where if we don't tell you to go work from home, we're the assholes.
Right.
You're going to stay here. You could potentially get this, and it's a liability for us. It's going to be on us. So we talked to our insurance company. Our insurance company suggested send everybody home. So if they want to. So it's one of those things. It's like it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't thing. If you don't, just do what most of us in this room would do because we're law-abiding citizens. We'll just deal with it, do it. Is what it is. We'll wait it out. Not a big deal.
Right.
But if you're like, what if I just do this, or what if I just run over here and do this real quick, and then you get it, or you give it to somebody, then you're the asshole that, oh, well, all you have to do is just listen. It's
And
not that
that's
hard.
to me, that's the most frustrating thing, though, is, well, we're gonna shut down for 14 days.
Yeah.
Well, then 8 days goes by and another business shuts down for 14 days.
Well, they're
It's like-
going to give you $1,200, right?
No, I get it, but if
Not
you're gonna
us,
do
not
it,
me.
yeah, you make too much money.
They said middle class down.
Yeah.
Well, they said $99,000 and down.
Yeah.
Well, I'm below that, so
Well, I'm just saying, regardless of where that's at,
Raining money for me, by God.
you get stuck in this. I'm sorry, I'm still broke.
Right.
If we really, if you really want to be honest, but I don't remember what we were talking about. It threw me off. Adam's eyes.
Hey, I just want to point out that this is your wormhole,
Adam's-
not mine.
Adam's pink eye.
You was talking
So-
about something about seeing a ghost, I think.
No,
You see
What was that?
the ghost of Christmas past?
no,
The
I'm
ghost
just
of
sad.
spring break passed.
Yeah, it's
Sorry.
real funny, dude.
Sorry.
I think you said you were sad because you couldn't go to Texas and swim in the water.
You took it out to the
Oh,
beach.
boy.
Not this again.
Oh, here we go.
You missed it, dude. We were doing if you had to be if you were an announcer in professional baseball and you had a speech impediment.
Oh, boy.
So you had to call the game, but you had a speech impediment the whole time.
Like
So-
a pop fly to Whitefield. I'll clap, a Nova Flow.
Oh, that's pretty good one.
It's
yeah.
hey,
I
it's
missed
good.
that.
Or we were doing the New York Yankees, Derek Jeter, number 2, Derek Jeter.
Please welcome.
Please welcome to the plate, Wyan Melwell. Wyan Melwell, number 24.
They say it twice.
They always do.
Roll call.
They do.
Raise your hand if that's your name.
Wyan, raise your hand, Wyan. He's talking directly to you.
I'm bashful. I don't know.
Oh man, Adam, your eye looks like shit, man.
Derek Jeter.
I think it looks handsome.
thanks.
So you know.
That's hilarious. What do we got next,
I appreciate
KP?
that, Ryan.
What do we got next?
I just wish I could remember what I was talking about.
Well, you had you were talking about vacation
I don't know.
and going to the beach, and then you just
I was talking about just being forced off of and out of everything. you know.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what I was talking about. Okay.
Jesus.
you're welcome.
So it's like we're gonna shut down for 2 weeks here. We're gonna shut down for 2 weeks here. If
Yeah.
we don't all shut down at the same time, you're just dragging the shit out.
But eventually you run out of people to shut down, right?
Well, maybe. But what if this place shuts down for 2 weeks and then they come back to work and all these bastards that haven't have coronavirus and then they give it to these people, but they decided to shut down this week. If everybody shuts down the exact same time for 2 weeks, shut it down, be done with it.
Well, I think that was kind of the point too with a lot of this is shut everything down, even if it kind of trickles down a little bit. At least you're slowing the progress of it. And I
mean-
think pretty much everybody's probably going to fucking get it, but you're just slowing the progress of it. I think is what it is.
Well,
so.
that, and I think that, you can only shut down so much logically.
right,
You can't stop electrical workers, truck drivers,
prostitutes.
healthcare professionals. You just can't. You can limit them, but you can't. They've got to work.
Yeah, I mean,
Been
tell me,
around
I'm,
for years.
tell
Well,
me
we
I'm
can't
wrong.
stop
Really
prostitutes.
have.
We've tried.
Tell me I'm wrong. You can't.
Well, not if truck drivers are working.
No, lot lizards, bro. You got to. I'm telling you right now. There's a black lady in Anniston, Alabama, right now. Shorty, God rest her soul, that is just down there, just hustling.
Killing it.
I guarantee you, she's down there. Just as soon as she hops off, she's back on.
It's like Jerry Reed, eastbound and down.
I guarantee you.
Hacking her lung
Just,
up. Yeah.
just
Sick. Just spreading the shit out of some
in more than
virus.
one way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just
Yep.
all right.
What you got, Coy?
Shorty. It's a weird name.
Shorty want to be a thug.
I guaranteed you.
I guarantee you every time. Will you give us a fucking topic?
I'm looking here, bud.
You're supposed to be the host.
I can fire one up.
Yeah, what do you
fire it
got?
up.
All right,
Fire it
so-
up.
What are you drinking?
We're all around
Whiskey.
the same age now.
Whiskey. Why do you say it like that?
Whiskey.
Because that's
You mean like, hold on, we're all,
Whiskey.
like we've closed the gap?
Whiskey.
No, nothing
okay.
like that. I'm saying when you get to a certain age, anything could happen. Whether you're 4 years old on the playground shitting your pants or whether you're 40 years old.
Are you still on the
Do
playground?
men still shit their
Are you still
pants?
shitting your pants?
Oh
Because-
yeah. Oh yeah.
Kind of happened to me trying to bark off a fart.
Like recently?
Exactly.
Was it? Is that why you were late?
No, not tonight.
He was
That
at work,
was-
people. He was at work.
Exactly.
I'm giving him a hard time.
But
So recently,
Yeah. So how'd that
recently-
happen?
Well, I've been doing the keto diet.
that'll do it.
That'll do it. It kind of plugs you up there for a little bit, right?
First of it.
So, been doing it for about a month, dropping a little bit of weight. Still a big fat ass.
No, it
obviously,
shows.
But
It
still,
shows.
we decided to splurge at work and have a little Chinese. Had the Chinese, and I thought, well, going back to my office, my buddy that's going to be in there soon,
Right.
I'm just going to bark one off real quick.
Oh, you were at
Just
work.
just to stain him a little bit, you know. And gave her a little push, and I was like, uh-oh.
Oh, shit.
Oh, boy. And it looked like somebody just sprinkled a little Hormel chili in the jeans. So,
Man, I hate that.
God.
yeah, and I thought, my God, I'm almost 40 years old. What the hell am I doing? Shit in my pants, you know? God. So I had to go in. I have a uniform in there in my work, you know. So I put my uniform pants on, clean up, whatever.
Clean up. Hey, how did you get in the shower?
Have you done this before?
It wasn't extensive. It wasn't an extensive cleanup. I mean, it wasn't that much. It was just a little bit.
Just a couple
Just enough to put on a chili dog.
couple beans.
Probably not a whole chili dog.
Like a Vienna sausage.
Just like, yes. Okay, Vienna sausage.
With a
hot dog,
mini
yes.
bun? Yeah. Gotcha.
So I'm sitting there with
Been
my
there.
Yeah.
my other work pants on, my uniform pants, and guy walked in and he's like, "You working out on the floor today?" I'm like, "No, I'm still in the lab. You know, everything's fine."
Yeah.
Why are you wearing those pants? I said, "Well, I shit my pants." And he goes,
I mean, let's ask the real
Yeah,
questions
right,
here. Did you
you
shit your
know.
pants?
"Yeah,
Yeah, they didn't take you serious, did they?
no, they didn't."
So he didn't believe you?
No, he didn't believe me. So I'm strutting up there and I grab my jeans before I leave for work today. He goes, "Oh my God." And he lost it. You did shit your pants. I'm
Like, what do you
"I
mean he
wasn't
lost
kidding."
it?
Like he started laughing,
Oh.
but then he was a little disgusted by it. Like,
Yeah.
He was
looking
slightly
around
he
like-
was slightly disappointed. He was like, "Man, I was
Right, he's
really
like-
hoping you were lying."
He's like, he was
That's
kidding
awesome.
around about shitting his pants here, but pretty sure this guy shit his pants.
It happened.
I thought so. I told my own shit my pants story, but it was actually I shit my hospital bed.
Really?
I was not close to 40. I was.
You own a hospital bed?
I do. I was.
Wow.
I was 22. I had an emergency appendectomy.
Oh, that's
Long
not good.
story short, a friend brought me up some Taco Bell. Didn't sit very well because it was the first thing I ate after my appendectomy.
You can't do that.
Or eat it just in general.
No shit. Didn't.
Literally.
Yeah, pun intended. So anyway, so he brings me Taco Bell. Comes back like 6 or 8 hours later. I start laughing and I shit
Oh boy.
in the hospital bed. So I'm like, okay, this isn't good. About that time, room service or housekeeping. It's a hospital.
Yeah, they offer room service.
It's a real fancy hospital. So anyway, housekeeping. I'm like, oh fuck. So like, oh, we got to change your bedding and all that stuff. I'm like, God damn it. I don't know how many times I've been in the hospital and had to stay overnight, and they've never came in. And we're like, oh, we got to change your bedding. Just my luck. So I'm like, all right. And then as I hear that, I'm like, that voice sounds familiar.
Oh boy.
Walk around the corner.
Oh, that's right. I remember the story.
It's my
now. Okay.
ex-girlfriend.
Oh.
Yes, like, hey, we got to change your bedding. I'm like, nah, I'm good. Like, no, really, we got to change your bedding. I'm like, fuck. And it was one of those things to where, like, when I laughed and it came out, I knew immediately
So
because it was out.
right. I
you're
asked
like, hey,
Josh.
It wasn't a nugget.
Hey, sweetie, you know the
felt
routine. You know what I
wetness.
did in here. Go
Yeah.
ahead and change these things.
I asked Josh last time. He told this story. I said, so she was done after that. He was like,
No. So I get up. I'm like, I've got to do it because she's got to change the bedding. So I get up, and again, this wasn't like Hormel. This was Hormel that you've added water to and put in the microwave and heated it up to where it's soup.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's
So
rough.
I get up, and of course, my gown's open in the back.
she's digging it.
Oh, so I go in, and because I have to wash up, so I go in to wash up, and there's a mirror there, and again, my gown is open. Yeah, so basically, when I turn around and look in the mirror, you can tell that yeah. So don't feel bad. And I wasn't 40. I was 21, 20.
Good.
No, I was younger than that. I was probably 19.
That makes me feel a lot better. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie.
Corey, I know you've got one because I've witnessed it. I was in the room with you after your teriyaki jerky.
I got several shit my pants stories.
Yeah.
But yeah,
bring 'em
I
up.
did,
And
eat, I
white.
did eat some teriyaki jerky one time out of a vending
You
machine
stroking that turkey?
that was so good, and I happened to be wearing khaki shorts that day. Leaned over for a fart, and it
Showtime. Oh yeah.
sprayed the back of the
Now
khaki
the
shorts.
time he did it with me, it was still teriyaki jerky from vending machine, but he was wearing white gym shorts,
That's bad.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
and
that.
he just
too.
kept ripping them off. I was like, "You're gonna shit your pants?" Like, "No, I'm good." And he goes to stand up. I've got to act it out. So he goes to stand up, and he's like, pushes it out, and as soon as he pushes it, he goes, and as soon as he does it, he goes, "God damn it, shit my pants!" And he's walking out, and he's like, "God damn it!" And he moves his hand. Oh yeah, total fucking brown spot. He's like, "God damn it!"
You spray painted yourself, my friend.
Fucking frosted
That's
himself
okay.
like a
It's
cake.
ridiculous.
So I got a request for you about what we were talking about earlier.
Delic Jita.
I'm curious. I'm curious on Coy's ideas of self-sustaining
Oh boy.
if this turns into apocalyptic times. Like, where do we go from here as far as
That's an easy answer. Everybody knows it. He's going to be a fucking farmer.
Right.
With sheep.
But
Candy.
just as the general population, like what, like if you really think about it, if
probably-
shit hits the fan and they do shut down everybody, we got no electric.
No.
We go
Well,
complete martial law.
what's great now is that I live in the country, on roughly 20-ish acres. So I got food.
Currently,
I got guns. I got ammo. I'm probably going to weld.
Sorry.
Probably going to, excuse me, probably going to weld a sweet stainless steel frame to the old Escape out there and put some 40s on it and just live life.
yeah. But what about everyone? Just in general, like what happens?
I mean, it's
What
like a
happens to
serious
people?
question. That's bad.
No, I'm being.
for
That's
one.
what I'm. It's a serious question. Like,
No,
like
that's-
if it
that's
really
not
came down
good.
to it, like,
There would-
and we.
It would be a third world country. I have no doubt. Like it would get bad. There would be a lot of people dead.
I think it would go
And it
quick
would-
too.
it
Like
would be
it
a-
would just be mass. Like look at the fucking toilet paper deal.
Oh, yeah.
It would be the same
Well,
way with everything. I mean, everything now becomes that toilet paper.
But a lot of people, especially people living in big cities,
Oh, yeah.
they don't have any
Big cities,
survival
people are the
skills
first to
whatsoever.
go, for sure. People like us, we survive because you can literally walk 60 feet from your house and eat for the rest of your life. Just like I can walk
Water.
300 yards and I can eat for the rest of my life.
Right.
And be just fine.
Right.
I've
Also-
got guns, I've got ammo, I'll be fine.
On that same topic,
while.
it was the idea of this whole deal being a cry wolf sort of deal, to kind of see how many people are going to respond. And in a couple of months, when it turns out to not be as bad as they're making it, everyone will forget it. Then they can hit us with something real. The conspiracy theory,
Yeah.
kind of deal.
It-
I mean,
I will say that maybe some of this is covering up maybe something else.
My wife said that yesterday.
Like
And
what?
that's exactly what I said. That was my exact
Look over
answer.
here.
No, I get it.
And I do too.
I get it.
the
I just
theory
don't
of
know
it.
what, like,
That's the point.
The one that,
We don't know.
The one that
What
you,
is it?
The one that
What's
you
the point?
shared the other day was like it was deep and it made you
Oh,
think.
yeah.
Um,
Which I'm
but
not
like
saying I
that-
believed any of
no,
that.
No,
but-
no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like that one kind of made you think, and it was, dude, it made me think like, yep, like that wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
in the world.
but you also
that we're
have to wonder, like, are people really that shitty?
Fuck yeah.
Man, dude, that's just crazy. It's
For sure,
It's
dude.
just disappointing to think, though. You know, like
Yeah.
you hope that they're not,
Oh, yeah.
but I really think they
Yeah, but
probably
dude,
are.
I
I
think there's
mean,
millions and millions of decent people.
Oh,
dude.
for sure. I guarantee you. Well, and I'm
do you
like
think
you.
people
I'm
are kind
hoping.
of like Yelp reviews?
Yeah, people just want to be heard.
But
and
I
they
mean,
want to be
well, I
bitter
mean that. But
and
what
shitty.
I mean by that is, for every 1,000 good ones, there's one bad one that fucks it up for everybody.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, and I feel like that's the same way. Like you can read 500 good reviews and one that's like, man, these people just really wrecked my,
Store.
Well,
Business.
yeah, just whatever.
Yeah.
And it's the same way with,
Like the
with
old-
people just in general. Like you get one bad person or one bad idea, and it's like, okay, well, maybe.
Like the old Batman thing. Some people just want to watch the world burn.
Yeah. But I agree.
and that's terrible,
there's more.
man. It really is terrible to think.
Don't you guys think that China has a role to play in this? I mean, Trump has been really hard on them on trade
Do I think
and
that,
a lot of issues that they've relied on, and you think it payback backhanded
I don't know.
too far?
I think no. I don't. Well,
I don't think it's too far. I just feel like it got out of control there too bad to really rule that as a possibility.
Too bad, too fast.
Right. Like if you really wanted it to just be a payback deal, I don't think it would have got out of hand there.
But also look
Maybe
at
so, and maybe so, but it's almost like you
have-
want it to be a secret.
We
deal.
haven't heard from Russia in a while.
But-
Has anybody got any cases
Yeah, that's a good
over
point.
there?
Yeah, I think they're healthy.
well, Saudi Arabia is the real healthy one right now, which is kind of scary. But kind of to that, if you look at it, what were the Chinese doing in November?
Protesting.
Protesting by the hundreds of thousands of people. They were protesting. China
Yeah,
didn't like it.
They
China
tried
hated
to
it.
They tried to cover up
Yeah.
for how long?
Oh, forever. China hated it. How do you get rid of it? Virus. You can't be out in the streets because it's killing people. It's killing people by the hundreds of the day.
Yes,
and now
I read-
look at what China's posting. We're taking down all of our temporary medical facilities because we're testing people and they're healthy. They're fine. It's gone. I mean, this is all on CNN, Fox News, MSNBC. China's tearing down all the temporary
You really
hospitals
think
for
it's
it.
gone though?
Are they tearing them down, or are the motherfuckers just falling?
Or maybe they're fucking stacking bodies in the back.
You remember was it last 2 weeks ago? One just fell.
Yeah, collapsed.
Just killed some people
In China.
They're not even tearing them down on purpose.
China. Their fucking Honda Civic will last 750,000 miles, but their coronavirus hospital collapsed in 2 weeks.
Falls. Yeah, kills.
Then it was
a
concrete.
good point.
It was concrete.
That's a good point. He makes a valid point.
Yes, I agree.
Oh man, I don't know.
Those are some tough questions.
I thought.
Shit got real.
I think I got one more.
Shit got
Yeah.
really serious right
I mean,
there.
I'll take any questions.
Do you guys watch? You guys watch Netflix much?
Yeah.
What's Netflix?
Have you watched the trials
it's an online
of Gabriel
gaming service.
Fernandez?
I can't get myself to.
Like Monopoly only with your friends.
You haven't watched
No.
it at all.
I can't,
Have you?
I
can't-
tried to watch it and I
can't
turned
get-
it off.
I can't get
Couldn't do it.
myself to.
What was it?
I've
The
heard-
trials of Gabriel Fernandez. You know, I
Yeah, my
It
woman
infuriated
started watching
me.
that, and I was like,
I started to watch it
I'm
too,
not
and it's
gonna
sad.
watch this.
I'll just go on this on it. And I didn't watch it as far as my wife did. I think I went to bed one night and my wife stayed up for 5 more hours, and watched it.
Right.
And I was like, just how in depth can you get? Like, you already know the outcome of the story whenever
Yeah.
it happens.
Right.
You see, and that's kind of where I went with it. But like, those people are.
Sick.
They're sick, man. Like,
Sick.
And that brings me back to, like, you really don't want to think humans are that bad.
No,
But
they
they
are.
are.
But yeah, I mean, there's sick people in the world, and that's why I'm a huge supporter of our troops, because they go over there and they exterminate the evil that we have, that we'll never know exists.
Yeah, we have no idea about it.
right.
We'll never know that type of evil exists, because there's people like your Chris Kyles and all that went over there and they exterminated those fuckers.
Pat Tillmans.
There. Yeah, your Pat Tillmans, your Chris Kyles, Chris Perantos, everybody. I mean, those guys, they keep it over there. They exterminate
we've
that
even
evil
got-
there.
we've
We have
even
no
got-
idea.
We've even got friends. That
Oh,
have been
yeah,
over there
Kenny
that
Ray
exterminate
Shelton
that
and-
shit.
I shouldn't have said his name because he hates when we do shit like that.
Well, we have
But-
a ton. We have a ton of people that we know personally.
Bleep
Sure.
that
Oh,
out,
yeah.
right?
But
Yeah, you can bleep that out
Yeah.
with his pink eye. He can bleep that shit out.
Yeah, I can get that out of there.
Okay, so everybody being quarantined, what is the genre of shows you guys would watch if you was stuck for 7 days in your house?
You porn.
you want me to tell you? You want me to be? If we're gonna go on that subject, I'll tell you guys a good show, and you may have watched it. It's The Ranch.
Oh, yeah. I love The
That's
Ranch.
not bad.
Big Ranch fan. I've
Yep, it's
finished
good.
it obviously, but
Yeah, yeah.
you know, Danny Masterson kind of left.
Yeah, he's kind of getting hosed.
We
there.
got fired.
Yeah.
You got fired from what I heard.
It's that. What is that movement they call?
I think it was rape.
Yeah, I mean, basically.
It was
The Me Too.
I don't know.
Basically.
I think it's called rape. Now
I
it's the
think
Me
that
Too
was
movement. The
kind
Me
of
Too
law.
movement.
I don't know.
Yeah, it is law, but it's. I think some of that was Me Too'd. It's
So yours is more like a series.
yeah. So
You'd
series.
rather watch just a ongoing series, binge watch a series.
Yeah, I think so. As opposed to what? Like just like
Any genre.
like movies or
He's just saying we're quarantined. You got to watch Netflix. What are you watching?
I'm gonna say like comedy series, probably something. Now I'm not. I'll tell you one thing I'm not a fan of that most people. It's unpopular opinion deal here.
Yep.
The Office. I can't stand it.
Never watched it.
God.
Hey,
You
never
like
seen
it?
it?
You are missing out, my friend.
I
My
just-
favorite. Greatest show ever.
It's funny you say that because I know a lot of people that's my wife, my ex-wife, my coworkers.
We watch The Office like
It's the same, man.
the
Like,
time.
and it's like
Really?
it's
All the
still.
time.
It's
Did you-
funny because it's still like the #1 show on Netflix.
Did you start from the very beginning?
I have.
That's where you're going to be like, oh, man, I watched the first episode. Fuck this, I'm not watching it.
See, that was rough.
It gets
For
so
me,
much
so.
better. It's been.
You know what I liked? I will say that I liked that was the Office-esque was Parks and Rec.
Yeah, Parks and Rec is
It's
good.
funny.
Yeah.
I felt like it was a little better put together. The Office. I don't know. Maybe. I've tried to get into it though. Like I said, I just couldn't.
You just got to give it time. Oh, my God. What was that? Somebody's got.
My go-to
Screwdriver in their pocket.
on Netflix, me and April have been checking out a lot is Harlan Coben stuff, and they got about it's an author, wrote a lot of like detective books.
he's
and
a
stuff.
great author.
Yes,
Read a lot of his books.
but that he has about 3 or 4 shows on Netflix, and they're all European based, but they are freaking fantastic.
Are you digging it?
They're all series. Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah, dig it.
What is it again?
You know what? It's hard to tell, and maybe it's
Terrible
Hulu.
listener.
I don't think it's Hulu. Maybe it's just Netflix. But like, I'll start a show, and it's subtitles. But then I realize that it's not in English. The
Yeah.
show, and I'm like, God damn it! Like, I really got excited to watch that show.
Which one was it? Thor.
No, it's just.
I know what you mean.
There's
It's just
one that's
been
on
2
there
or
like
3,
that.
and I'm
you
like,
do, you click on it, and you're like,
well, what pisses me off
No,
is my
there's
wife
one
will
that's
hand
on
me the
there.
remote. She's like, "Here, you pick tonight." I'm like, "Okay," and I'll find this and be like, "Oh, this is gonna be good." You
Right.
know, I'll read the.
you had one job,
Right, I read the details that are obviously in English.
Right.
and they're fantastic.
Damn it.
Yeah, then I'll start it,
ruined
and I'm like, they are not speaking English here.
So
And
that-
we're gonna have to read this entire show.
Dude, I did the same exact one. It is in English, but it's terrible Japanese Taekwondo movie where there's somebody else that's actually talking.
Right.
But when they're acting,
Yeah,
no.
so the mouths aren't right. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a voiceover.
And it's, you know, the production, the everything is really good. And it's the Thor one I was telling you about where he's like supposed to be a teenage boy in high school and he's figuring
like a
out
real
that he's
Thor movie.
Yeah, so it's a series on Netflix right now. So I was like, yeah, because I love Thor and all that stuff. I'm a nerd, I know.
Sure.
Don't look, don't judge me with those eyes. I see you judging me.
Hey,
right
I'm a
now.
horror
Not a
guy.
judger.
Horror.
Oh, I'm glad you cleared that up.
Horror guy.
Horror guy. Yeah, okay. That makes
Anything
sense.
horror, I'm down with.
I see it.
So, like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of that show. I don't know if it's on Netflix, but American Horror Story. You watch it?
yeah, it's not bad. I've watched it.
Is it on Netflix?
I think
Yes.
it's on Hulu.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I feel like it is a Hulu show. I've heard great things about it. I've never watched it.
Well, it's just that some of them are good and some of them are not. I mean, there's
just like any
because
show.
it's a different story and time in each season. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Oh, in
It's
American
a whole
Horror
different
Story.
Yeah,
story.
it's
every
every
season.
yeah.
Okay, so
every
you
time.
kind of got to pick back up every time.
Correct.
Huh.
Now there's a couple like the same characters, but the story, the place, the events, and everything change in it. It's not the same. So if you watch one and you don't like it, that doesn't necessarily mean that you hate American Horror Story.
That's smart writing.
oh yeah,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
fantastic.
Yeah, be like, hey, listen, if you didn't like that, we've got all these other.
All
Kinda-
brand new.
It's kind of like this podcast. If you don't like this episode,
Yeah,
you
just
got
wait a
couple
minute.
more.
Yeah, this is gonna be different.
Exactly.
Yeah. Or just wait 5 minutes. We'll be down another fucking wormhole. Like,
Yeah.
what got us into this?
Quarantined. What are you watching?
Oh, Ryan, thank you for keeping up.
Yeah,
'cause
what-
I was.
You're welcome.
What are
I
you
don't- I
watching?
thought
if
we
you
were
get
still
quarant-
on baseball.
What are you watching if you get quarantined? You're into stuff like that. I could see you listen to a lot of music.
Yeah, I'm more of a. I listen to music sometimes when I'm at home. Usually, if I'm
He's
at
a
home, it's
podcast guy.
Netflix. Yeah, morning time on the way to work, it's podcast. On the way back, it is music, which Matt knows that obviously today after what happened to me today. But
Right. Podcast though, are you political?
no, I don't do any political. Just because I'm kind of taking a break from all that shit. I'm sick of listening to it. But I'm Joe Rogan, King and the Sting. Although that whole circle there. So you have Joe Rogan, you have Burt Kreischer, you have Bill Burr, Tom Segura,
Bill Burr. Love Bill Burr.
Just you have some real great guys. They're all in this all things comedy circle now. So I listen to all that shit, and it's fucking gold. So, but if I'm at home and I'm watching Netflix, or I blew through the ranch the first day it came out. I like documentaries.
They need to come out with some new ones though.
Yeah, like I like prison documentaries. There's another one, a new one that I want to watch called Cue Ball. And
Watched it.
Was it good?
It is fantastic. And I'm glad you brought this up.
Cue ball.
Cue ball.
I need to take it.
It's fantastic
Take a
because it's a
They called you in high school?
Yeah.
well, like
thought.
you
Not 'cause
almost
of his
feel
head.
like getting into it. It's it's like an actor movie,
Right.
it's just a well produced documentary. It's about this guy who basically was good enough to play D1 ball and go pro, and he got stuck in San Quentin prison.
on Netflix, Adam.
And they have a San Quentin basketball team called the San Quentin Warriors. It's the Golden State Warriors knockoff team. It's not really, but the show.
But some of those guys come down.
Well, the
correct,
show
from
is
the Warriors.
the show is produced by Kevin Durant. So he
When he was playing in Golden State, I would assume. I
right,
guess.
yeah. So this dude was, he's a stud basketball player. He's like 6'4", 6'5", can hit any shot, dunks over everybody. Well, they play, so they bring in all these outside guys that still want to be good, who had the potential to be D1 athletes or whatever,
There
but
it is,
something
right there.
took them aside. Anyways, they bring in on these basketball teams to come in and play these guys, and and see what they can do. Well, he runs into a I think at the end of the season they wind up playing the Golden State Warriors coaching staff, and
Really.
yeah, it's awesome. I didn't know you hadn't seen it. It's
I
really
don't need
good.
to watch it now, but
Well, I didn't get.
just
You can
fucking
read all
with you.
that in
You
the
outlined.
deal. Yeah.
no,
But
the podcast that I watched, they were talking about it today. Brendan Schaub was talking about it because they actually touched on something similar. What they're, hey, we're quarantined now. What are we going to watch? And Brendan Schaub was like, dude, you got to check out this show, Cue
It's
Ball.
good.
It's legit. They're like, there's tons of people in there. Like one guy's got like 3 life sentences. He's going to be in there for he got like 190 years in prison or some crazy shit because he stabbed some guy for smacking the hood of his car
the
after him
coach.
and his guys were drinking one
yeah,
night.
he's the coach.
So
It's good, dude.
I like documentaries.
Really good.
I like stuff like that.
I said, it's a well-produced documentary. It's almost
Yeah.
movie style.
Right.
Kevin Durant or whatever his role in it was, even if it was just the idea, was fantastic.
Right.
So.
Right, and that's what they were saying too. Was it's really well put together, and I don't know. I'm definitely gonna have to check it out.
Well, it's a lot like those 30 for 30 from ESPN. Those are
They are.
always been
I'll
fun.
cry.
Those are awesome.
good.
It's almost like even the people that you don't want to root for after you watch a 30 for 30 on him, you're like, man, that dude was awesome.
Yeah,
Or
ESPN
chick or whoever. Yeah.
And I'll cry on half those. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's okay.
Hey, Chris,
It's okay to cry.
Chris Faircloth says the Dolphins are going to trade with Cincy for the number 1 pick to take Burrow. Cam ends up in New England if he's healthy.
Did you just say the Dolphins will pick up Burrow?
Yeah,
How do they not have the number 1 pick?
because Cincinnati was
the worst.
way
Did they
back.
not? They didn't win.
Because Miami, like literally, that Brian Flores or whatever his name is that's coaching them down there.
Florentine.
Florentine,
that's
you
not
got
it.
it.
Turpentine.
That's not it.
Is that the big rip
Dude,
dude?
he had him playing at the end of the year. Like they were still like,
Winning
competing.
games.
yeah,
yeah, with nobody.
Yeah,
Nobody.
exactly.
That's true.
They
Yeah,
have
'cause everybody
so
left.
much. They have so much cap space.
And they got like 47 million picks in this
yeah.
year's
Because what they
draft.
get for Minka Fitzpatrick, they got like 46 first-round picks
Yep.
from the Steelers.
Yeah.
they got something stupid.
Yeah, Art Rooney's like, yep, we'll give up the whole draft.
They gave him like a first, a third, and a fourth or some shit for Fitzpatrick. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
You know what the Broncos got for Sanders? I think a 3rd round pick, maybe.
And now he's going to go to Dallas.
Sanders is at the 49ers.
Yeah, he's going to go to Dallas.
Well, regardless, he's way better than the 3rd round pick.
Yeah, He's,
I mean,
he's
he
old
was-
though. He's like 32 now.
Yeah, but he was still top
Ryan, did you get drafted coming out
8,
of Phoenix?
9 in the league.
Did not. I declined it.
So did you JUCO first and then go to AP?
Yep.
You did?
Yeah, I played in Europe for about a week.
Really? Got
Really
picked
wasn't my
up.
gig. Yeah, wasn't my gig. I'm not
Wow.
power forward, you know. I'm barely 6 foot tall, so
Makes it difficult. I see why you went online.
I still dominated online though.
Yeah,
I did.
that's good.
Man, good memories.
I'm proud of you.
A lot of good
Lot of
memories.
good memories.
I used to play a lot of competitive sand volleyball.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you the only dude?
No, there's a lot of guys.
You
A lot
gotta
of
be,
times.
you gotta be able to have a pretty good
Guys, this
vertical to
isn't
play.
this
in
isn't
that.
a joke. Like we
I'm-
legit played.
I was
Like,
asking a serious question.
It's
Do you
fun.
Do you have to have a pretty good vertical for that?
Did
To
you
play
wear
on
those
the.
sweet
it
ass
helps. It helps.
thongs?
Could you
when
see?
was playing,
Did you
too?
see
Yeah,
your
you did.
cheeks in it?
No, I didn't wear.
Didn't
Not joking.
Did you play a lot with
Tell us
Adam?
the story.
Has Adam played?
Adams
some-
played. Yeah, we played a couple of tournaments, but those were like indoor volleyball tournaments. Yeah,
That's not as fun.
it was fun. Well, it was co-ed.
You got to play on the sand. That's,
Well, one
it's
time we
authentic.
played. One time we played the Krotz
Mm,
3
yeah.
from Baxter. So you had Kelly, Kyle, and Chris all on the net.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was. They beat the shit out of us.
Really?
Oh my god.
Let's not tell good Baxter stories on air.
Yeah, I won't. Yeah, that's it. That's it. But yeah, it's fun, man. Like we used to play that a lot, and I mean, you have to have a good vertical, but obviously you want to pick up tall people with long arms. That
Yeah.
helps. You
That's
know
what-
me, I'm 6'1.5", maybe. I don't know what I am barefooted, probably 6 foot. And
I'm roughly that.
I don't think anybody has a fantastic vertical in the sand.
So me and Josh couldn't play.
No, you guys can
competitive
play. Yeah,
sand.
yeah.
No,
I mean,
I-
you don't have to be tall. That's the point I'm getting at. Like
I have no business.
you don't have to be, but it helps
Right.
It
because
helps on the
no,
net.
because nobody has a vertical in sand.
That's a good point.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
not really,
Truly, yeah. Good
not
point.
really. So
That's a
I
great
didn't think
point.
about that.
so like Adam would be good because he could just block it with his face.
Yeah,
Right.
he could just stand there because he's 9.5 foot. Maybe not right now because he's.
Why did you build this room a little taller?
I don't know.
You just thinking about yourself, or
I was. I didn't think our audio engineer was going to be fucking 8.5 tall. I didn't know he was going to have Akeem Olajuwon working the booth.
Oh,
hey,
Name drop.
that's the African dream.
He was good.
Akeem.
Oh, okay.
Was it
I didn't know
Hakeem
that.
or Akeem?
I don't know.
Hakeem.
What about the
Hakeem.
Kimbe Matumbo?
Oh yeah.
The Kimbe.
Not in my house.
The
No,
Kimbe.
No! I blocked your shot.
Not in my
I
house.
blocked your shot.
I think it was Hakeem Olajuwon that was on the and one shoes, right? Or was that?
I have no idea. I don't follow basketball.
I
Like,
think it was.
That's why I mentioned old people when people start talking basketball. I'm like, oh man, you remember like Sean Kemp?
Oh God!
Remember Muggsy
I remember
Bogues?
all of
Sean-
them. Oh yeah.
Sean,
yeah.
Sean
Penny
Kemp could
Hardaway.
jump out
You
of
just
the
watch
gym,
Space
dude.
Jam, you'll see all the good old guys.
Yeah, that's me. Patrick Ewing. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah,
job.
those are the guys. That's
Larry
how long
Bird-
ago
Larry
I watched
Bird
basketball.
was in it.
Who's the other white guy with
Muggsy
Utah
Bogues.
Jazz?
Steve Kerr. No,
Carl-
he played
Carl
for the
Malone
Bulls.
or
No, the white
John
guy.
Stockton.
John
Stockton.
That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
John
He was a
Stockton.
stud too.
Yeah. So Ryan is a Celtics fan, or at least he got drunk and woke up one time with a Celtics jersey showing up at his house.
It wasn't just a Celtics jersey.
It's hard not
I
to
was
be.
The
A,
luck of the Irish.
I was watching a Larry Bird special on ESPN one night, and I thought I'd like to have a Larry Bird jersey because it's Larry
Why not?
Bird.
Yeah,
why
Larry
wouldn't
Bird.
you
Dude,
want to
Larry-
have a Larry?
Larry-
I mean, like,
and
if you're gonna love somebody,
Larry Bird was awesome.
he'll
Larry Bird
always
was
be
awesome.
okay to love.
And I thought it was a dream. 4 days later, I get this package at my house, and I'm like, what the hell is this? It's a Larry Bird jersey. I'm like, oh my God.
Did it fit?
Son of
I
a bitch,
drunken
my
bought a
dream
Larry
came
Bird
true.
jersey.
It's a real dream. Michelob Ultra does make dreams come true.
I thought you were gonna tell like an awesome story, like somebody had felt like so bad for you and bought you one, but you just got drunk and bought it.
No, nobody feels that bad for me.
Nobody ever does.
Hey, I got
You know
a
what?
I
we
got
could
a
put
question.
that Larry Bird jersey in a frame in here.
You could.
Work that out.
Yeah.
We'll get everybody's thoughts on this. You just get to pick one player, and I mean one player, no wormholes. Just pick the player, give your explanation.
Don't ask me then.
Most overrated NFL player ever.
Overrated?
Overrated. You're gonna love mine.
Go, you start.
Barry Sanders.
Oh my.
Oh wow. You're gonna get some hate mail.
I hope we do.
We might get canceled.
Have
He's
you-
a Kansas boy,
I don't give a crap.
born and raised in Wichita.
That's great. But Barry Sanders is the most overrated player in NFL history, and I'll give you an example why. He literally has like 2 or 3 games in the playoffs where he rushed for negative yards. He also had like 17 games in the regular season where he rushed under 50 yards. And I think that he literally made the Detroit Lions a worse team because they had to give him the ball all the time.
Right. That makes sense.
Dude, if you go back and look at their roster,
Drew Bike says Emmitt Smith.
Oh, I can
Jabilki,
agree with
Bilky,
that.
yeah.
Shut up,
What do you think,
Bilky.
Josh?
Shut your mouth. You,
You
shut
want-
your
you want me to
dirty
tell you-
mouth.
You know, sitting here kind of thinking
LeBron
about it,
James
Barry
sucks.
Sanders didn't have no help though.
mulling
No,
it
no.
over.
Zero help.
Mulling it over. I'm going to say
LeBron James.
no. You're going to probably
Fuck
hate
you,
me for
Drew.
this one
Give it
too.
to
But I'm
Bush.
just
Give
going
it
to
to
say
me.
it mainly because he just didn't win a championship, and I've watched him play. I wasn't that impressed. Was Dan Marino?
Oh God.
A lot of wins, but
A lot of
never a
yards passing.
championship.
hey, that's why this is good. Nobody agreed with Barry either.
I just don't feel like he was. Never will you watch me be like, man, I really want to watch a Dan Marino highlight, a reel. I just don't.
Well, when I think about Dan,
And it's not because I don't. I just don't.
No.
You know what I mean? Like to me,
I know
he's
that.
just an overrated player. Everybody's like, "Oh, Dan Marino, the greatest quarterback
But
to
we
ever
never
win a
met-
Super Bowl." I don't agree.
Do you
if
think
he was
maybe
the
it's 'cause-
greatest, he would have won a fucking Super Bowl.
Do you think maybe it's because we didn't watch him live play? Because there's been some great quarterbacks that have never got a ring.
yeah, because I think we watched Dan Marino more on Ace Ventura than we did watching any
Yeah.
of his.
Oh,
Well, I liked him in that.
yeah,
My
yeah, he's fantastic in that.
Yeah, I mean, if we're being honest, I was. Yeah, I didn't hate
Dan
him. in that,
Marino.
So Bilky says Barry Sanders behind Dallas line. You wouldn't be saying that.
That's yeah.
And I agree with
No,
I agree with that.
here's
but
why.
you could put Josh Hopkins behind the
Because-
Dallas Cowboys line
because
Because
Barry,
they couldn't see me.
that's right.
Barry Sanders.
Sneak attack.
Everybody says that. What Drew says. Everybody says that. But if you think about, go back and look. I remember watching Barry play. Go back and look. The guy gets the ball and never just runs the football.
Dances.
He dances around. You couldn't give him the
wolves?
ball. You couldn't give him
With
the ball
lions.
on 3rd and short.
Did he ever do Dancing with the Stars?
No, he did Dancing with the Lions though.
I know, but he didn't do Dancing with the Stars. That's,
Dancing with the Lions is
that
a
was
damn
him.
good show.
Greatest show on turf.
Guess so.
I think Colin Kaepernick's overrated.
Yeah,
Colin
join the club. Join fucking 98% of America.
No. There's a lot of people that think he's
Oh, and
good.
he's a San Francisco fan.
Yeah,
so
no, I mean, I see all the San Francisco posts, and that dude, he was not that good. He
was
couldn't throw
better
the
than
ball.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
He could run, he could get out of trouble, but he could not throw the ball under
because
pressure.
he was
He
so
couldn't.
mobile, he was better than. That's a.
he makes a good
fact.
point though. Colin wasn't the best at throwing the ball.
No, he wasn't terrible though. I mean, he still had a
Yeah, he
strong
wasn't.
arm.
Jimmy G's got
Strong
a better arm than Colin.
Jimmy G's
have
got
a
it.
good
Yeah,
year.
but
He did.
the thing is you get Colin Kaepernick outside of the pocket back in what Super Bowl 47. I mean that season,
Yeah,
dude, he was untouchable.
he was.
He was untouchable.
He was.
Drew Bilky, you got my number. Call on the show. Let's hear it. So
Call the show.
he's got my number. Drew, if you can hear, call my number. Call the show. We'll run you live real quick.
Ryan,
who do you got?
Josh,
And we might have to
A-Rod.
prematurely.
A-Rod got, what, $150 million to play for 3 seasons for the Yankees?
Yeah, you're talking most overrated athlete of all
He
time.
is overrated.
I completely agree with that answer.
A-Rod, if
Just
you're listening
overrated
right now,
athlete in general.
So
I'm
who-
not
I'm
an
sorry,
A-Rod
but-
fan at all.
Who's the one that went to the Angels for a ridiculous?
Jose Canseco?
I think
No.
it was Pujols.
Oh yeah,
Pujols,
Pujols. Yeah,
Pujols.
That's another
I'm
one.
thinking the A's.
He got paid a ton of fucking
He
money,
did.
and you never
And he
heard from
didn't
him
do
again.
The thing was look at
A-Rod, listen, I know baseball.
Not a fan of him.
A-Rod, I don't like him either, but A-Rod is one of the most gifted baseball players of all, minus steroids, minus him being a douche in general. He's one of the most gifted baseball players of all time.
Was this
No
whenever
question.
he was 180 or 220?
Pujols was a career
180.
300.
I mean, I remember watching him when he
Dude.
first came into the league, and he was a stud. I mean, he
Yeah,
was.
with Seattle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was. So I mean, he's good.
Yeah, but
Who's your most overrated NFL player?
NFL player.
Just NFL.
Oh, NFL?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Derek
rough.
Carr?
I don't know. Cousins.
Kirk Cousins?
Yep.
You think the most ever?
Right now. No, ever. I don't know, man. It's rough.
I completely agree with that answer too. You
With
know,
Kirk
I'm not,
Cousins?
I'm not a Kirk Cousins guy, man. Like
I
I
mean, he
feel
had a
like
huge
once
contract 2 years ago. And
I just
has
told you
done
he's
nothing.
a second string guy. He'll come in and win you games as a second stringer, but you cannot have him as a starter. You can't.
I agree
rely
with
on
that
him.
now. But I mean, we've got a lot of people. Like you've got
There's so
like
many.
Josh Heupel. You've got these guys that are
You got
just
Ryan Leaf, who was drafted number 1.
Who's
You see
the-
what happened
hey,
there,
Tim
so-
Couch.
Exactly.
Who's the kid that was drafted number 1 overall from LSU that showed up to the Raiders that was fat?
Jamarcus Russell.
Jamarcus Russell.
I thought you were thinking about Marshall's quarterback Byron Leftwich.
Oh,
Yeah, but
Remember that
he
fat
had
bastard?
He had a pretty decent career.
He was fucking terrible.
he was Jacksonville, wasn't he?
yeah, he
Jaguars.
was terrible
Yeah.
too.
He
Yeah.
was terrible.
He wasn't as bad as Jamarcus Russell.
Get that motherfucker a stool.
Get this guy a headset.
He
He's
was a
kid.
slob, dude. Like looking at him,
He
just,
was a slob.
Tell us how you really feel, Byron. If you're listening, call
Get
in.
this
man.
sloth off the field.
oh my
Jesus.
god! I remember Butch was a Jaguars
He was,
guy, and I was
yeah.
like, they picked up, and he loved him. He's like, oh man, Maurice Jones-Drew and Byron Leftwich.
Hey, Maurice Jones-Drew wasn't
He
no
was
slouch,
good.
though.
He was good. I'm not taking.
He was a
anything away
bowling
from
ball.
him, but Byron Leftwich.
Mark Brunell was 10
terrible.
times better.
You
than
know what Byron
Byron
Leftwich does now?
Agreed.
You know he was.
No telling.
He was
He's
a
an offensive coordinator.
He was. He was a quarterback coach. I think he coaches high school football.
Now
I think so.
Well,
He was
so did
just
Kansas
coaching in the
City's
league.
backup, and he came in and won 3 games.
he was just coaching in the league last year. He was
Yeah,
offensive coordinator
he's-
for like Arizona or something.
Oh, that's right. He was.
Maybe
Leftwich was. That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
That's
he was.
right. Yeah,
Yep.
he's still a fucking slob though. I mean, I seen him on the sideline last year.
Josh, who's your most overrated NFL player ever?
Man, I don't know. Now I can do the exact opposite and give you some sleepers that I really, really like. Like I love Doug Flutie.
Yeah.
A lot of people are like, either
Wasn't
say
he a
who?
kicker?
Shut your mouth.
I'm kidding.
Oh my God, you're thinking of Ray Finkel.
No,
God damn.
Doug Flutie kicked a field goal.
He had
He
drop
did.
kick.
He
Yeah,
did a drop
drop
kick.
kick.
I think the
Yeah.
only one that's ever been successfully.
Most overrated NFL player. Doug Flutie is not one of them.
No,
No.
I'm just saying the exact opposite of that. People that it surprises them every time, and the only reason why I'm saying that is because I got to see him speak in person. But anyway, so I don't know, man. Most overrated.
I mean, somebody who was just like supposed to be just a badass and ended up being a flunk.
fucking dud. I don't know. I mentioned a lot of them. Josh Heupel, Tim Couch,
Ryan Leaf.
yeah, Ryan Leaf.
Ryan
Those
Leaf's
guys
probably
were,
number 1 on everybody's
Yeah.
list.
What about? Hold on. What about RG3?
RG3, I think minus the injuries and with a better system, he would have been legit. I mean, he was
Maybe.
he was pretty
He was
good
a-
at
oh, he was a
Washington,
stud at
but his
Baylor.
coach fucking hated him. So,
I think he's better than Kaepernick.
Who was his coach? Gruden.
oh, here we go.
Gruden was gone by then.
Drew Bilkey, you're on the K&J show, and you go ahead, bud.
Was it Drew?
Yeah.
Drew, what's up, buddy?
What's up, boys? How y'all doing?
Good. How are
good,
you?
man.
We're just doing good. Give us some Bluetooth audio there.
Chilling like a villain, drinking some whiskey.
So,
Oh yeah, I hear your bad takes on that, boy.
so who Drew most overrated NFL only? Let's not get into this fucking how bad LeBron sucks. Let's get into most overrated NFL player in the history of the NFL.
Give it to us.
Who you got?
I have a very unpopular opinion on this.
So did Coy.
I probably
I'm
will.
not saying he's bad. I'm saying he's overrated because he's unanimously more than likely known as the greatest. And I think Tom Brady's overrated.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
give us an explanation. I want to hear this.
He's a check down
I
quarterback.
think Tom Brady.
Belichick.
I think you take Tom Brady and you give him a situation like Andy Dalton had, Cincinnati. You throw him in there.
I agree.
I think he's similar to Andy Dalton than he is to what we see as Tom Brady now.
I've said that. How many times have I said that, Coy? That if Tom Brady gets drafted by the fucking Browns or he gets drafted by the Dolphins, does he have 7 rings right now? No, there's no way he does.
Okay, so let me ask you.
So
Drew.
it's
Drew,
Belichick?
Can you hear me? Am I in there?
He's
Yeah,
a part of it.
Yeah, it's all.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
good. Go ahead,
Do
Ryan.
you think that another quarterback, being down like they were to the Eagles, could come back and win, like Tom Brady did with the Patriots in that Super Bowl?
Or the Falcons.
The
I think
Falcons.
there's quite a
Was it
few
the
that could.
Falcons? Oh, it was both Falcons.
What'd you say, Drew?
I think there's quite a few that could.
Well, by God.
Name them.
I think arm talent wise, I think if you do the two careers and you start them both over, you start Aaron Rodgers on the Patriots and you start Tom Brady on the Packers. The Packers still probably only have one, and I can see the Patriots having more.
I currently think that Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback in the
I do
NFL.
too.
I mean, that's my honest opinion. I think
he
that
is too.
you take him away from any team and put him on any other team, and he's that good. I think Tom Brady. I think you're right, Drew. I think that you take Tom Brady away from the Patriots, and he doesn't have near the career that he does, near the success that he does.
We can do that. We can do that with anybody.
I'm not saying he's overrated. He's overrated because he's so unanimously looked at as number one.
Yeah, as the GOAT. He's not
true.
the GOAT.
Yeah.
I completely agree with that.
And I'm not saying that he wouldn't be
I think
successful
Drew
somewhere
Brees
else.
Drew Brees has had a better career.
Who's the GOAT in your mind, Drew? Who's the best?
If you say LeBron James, I'm hanging up on you.
That's the best. What, the best football player?
Yeah.
I think Jerry Rice is the best football player.
Athletically,
Yeah.
maybe.
What about quarterback though? Since we're on the Brady thing, who do you think is Montana better than Brady?
I didn't see any of Montana, so I can't say it.
Good answer.
Hey, Drew, what does Emmitt Smith do behind San Francisco's line?
Emmitt Smith would have been a Eddie Lacy behind that line.
I agree.
Like Cheeseburger Eddie or in prime Eddie? Lacy?
Cheeseburger Eddie.
In prime Eddie.
Yeah.
In prime Eddie.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that he got handed a sweetheart of a deal on that.
Oh, he
deal,
did for
but-
sure. And I'm like that too.
I think the
Emmett
best,
doesn't
the
even
best quarterback
top
that I've watched
top
play,
five.
just watching my TV, the best quarterback I've seen throw the football, make throws that I've never seen anyone else make, is Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I completely agree with that.
Yeah, he's good.
And then I think Peyton Manning is probably the second best quarterback I've watched play.
I think
I
he's
agree
the
with that.
greatest. He's, in my opinion, greatest of all time.
I think he's
great.
My
probably
favorite
the
quarterback,
best
though,
pre-snap.
That's Brett Favre.
Pre-snap Brady's best.
Yeah, I like Brett.
Brett Favre's my favorite. Though.
Yeah, he's hard not to love. Hey, what do you think about Dan Marino being overrated?
I think Dan Marino and Aaron Rodgers are. I think that was Aaron Rodgers then. I think Dan Marino is top. I'd say he's top 5 quarterback of all time.
So if you put Dan Marino on the
I don't
Patriots,
think he's overrated.
if you put Dan
I
Marino
think-
on the Patriots,
I said unpopular
do they
opinion,
win
I think.
8 or 10?
What if Dan didn't
I
have all those
definitely
braces
think,
on?
I definitely
He's
think they
screwed.
at least won a few.
Because he's
would
trying
say
to
the
throw those
biggest
fucking
key to
isotoners
those
on all the
Super
time.
Bowls was Tom Brady just not making mistakes.
Yeah.
It's hard to throw away Tom Brady's competitiveness and fire and like
The guy
his
wins,
dude,
man.
He is,
The guy wins.
He does win, but he's in a great system.
He
too.
leads
he's got
well.
something
But
that a lot of other people don't.
I could break down a few Super Bowls that I don't believe he should have.
Let's
But
say
he
one the
does.
Seattle Seahawks.
Definitely Seattle. That's
plain and
more of
simple.
them.
Yeah,
They
That was a
blew.
coaching error.
that was Bush League.
Yeah, Steve Carroll lost that Super Bowl.
And I think the Falcons game, although he did have a great second half, great passing second half, the Falcons game plan completely changed and it screwed them.
Yeah,
I agree,
they went
for
to
sure.
sleep at halftime.
And not to mention
But
that
I do give him credit for those the 2 extra points over big throws. One was a spot route to Julian Edelman. I mean, that's not hard, but they were clutch.
well, and that one amazing catch to Julian Edelman that he caught, that was all Jules too.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah, and then,
He's
I mean,
an
you
athlete.
can't forget the
What about the David Tyree catch that he didn't get lucky in though? They could have won another Super Bowl
isn't he from Baxter?
if Tyree wouldn't have made that catch.
Riverton.
Oh,
I'm just trying to play devil's
Well-
advocate here. If you're going to go, he was lucky to win those couple. What about he was unlucky to not win the Mario Manningham throw on the sideline and then the David Tyree?
Well, that's like almost
recatch.
Mario Manningham was just a great play by Eli Manning. That's not fluke. I would say the Tyree catch is a fluke, but Eli still evaded the sack, which was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, impressive. But if you really think about it, that's mainly Eli's claim to fame was those 2 games. I mean, plain and simple.
Two
I
throws.
think the turning point
Yeah,
for
2
Brady's
throws.
career
Mario
was
Manningham,
the
David
tuck rule.
Tyree.
The tuck rule changed Brady's career. I think it would have been a lot different had that happened right.
All right. Hey, before we let you go, where do your Eagles finish this year, and how good of a year does Carson Wentz have?
Carson Wentz will finish runner-up in the MVP. He will throw for 37 touchdowns, 10 picks, and I believe the Eagles go 13-3.
Damn.
So by
13 and
MVP, you
3.
mean MVP of the league's injury reserve, right?
No, you just worry about Dallas. guys.
Hey, who's
You
he
guys-
finish?
you
Hey,
guys are depleted.
who's he finishing behind? Kamara?
No, I hate to say it, and I don't like the guy, and I don't like the team, but Patrick Mahomes has the MVP on lock.
He's good.
Atta boy, Drew. That's why we love you. Thanks for calling in, pal.
No problem. It's good to hear from you guys.
Have a good
See
night.
you, buddy.
We'll see, bud.
Dude,
Patty Mahomes.
I hate to hear that.
Patty.
He's good though,
He
and
is
they're going to
good.
be good for a while.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
good.
It'll be good for a little while. So we did have, or I don't know what happened to our live feed. We had a few people that were commenting on there.
I'll look real quick.
Hunter Wilson was on there.
Do we
Of
have
course,
a
he was
better?
blowing the PM
Do we have a
horn.
better feed this week? Has anybody pulled it up on their phone?
Well, I've made so many disclaimers about how our feed's going to suck. I basically kind of in a dick way said, hey, we get it. Our video's going to be blurry and our audio's going to suck, but our
Right.
post-editing is going to be great.
Yeah.
So just deal with it, basically.
Josh doing work.
Just shooting straight. Why not?
Yeah. I'm
Check it
gonna,
out.
I'm not going to bullshit you. I'm not going to bullshit you. How long have we been going here, fellas?
Atta
Hour and a
boy.
half.
We're about
Hour
now.
and 31 minutes.
Oh, wow. I didn't think we started till after 7.
Oh, my fucking bad. Sorry.
Oh,
Hey, Adam got here about 45 seconds before you did.
yeah. Don't feel bad. He was like, we're starting at 7?
Yeah, he's like, I thought you said be there at
I
7.
thought 7 was a suggestion. Then he shows up crying and stuff. It's bad.
He's been crying. It's okay.
It's all right. It's no big deal. People's feelings get hurt. So.
I'm here.
It happens.
Well, fellas, I say we'll call this one good. What do you think?
Hey, I
think
got
so.
a fun fact.
Throw it.
Spill it.
Let's hear it.
Drop it.
It is illegal to have a mullet in Iran.
It would be.
Are you
Those
serious?
people.
It's illegal to have a mullet in Iran,
Yeah.
That
I'm dead
country
serious.
is.
but you can fuck your goat.
It's also illegal to
fucking
have
Jesus.
what's his name? North Korea's haircut.
Kim Jong Un
Can't have his haircut.
can't say his name either.
Really?
We're getting fooled.
No, I meant there.
Where?
You can't.
Here?
No, you can't. You can't get his fucking haircut.
You can't get his
Ever.
haircut here?
Yeah, sure.
What are we talking about?
I don't
You
know
can't-
how you would get it anyways.
You,
Have seen
you
that
can't.
thing?
Regardless, that's the thing. It's his. It's trademarked. It's his haircut. You
Really?
cannot get his haircut.
Like in North Korea,
He
you
does
can't
not
get that
allow
exact
it.
haircut?
Correct. Yep. He does not allow
It's a
it.
pretty simple, just slick it back, bro.
Can't have the same haircut as him.
How would you like to have that power?
I would eat it up.
Hey,
My
have you
wife
guys
hates
watched? Have you guys watched the interview?
Right.
No.
No more sideburns.
Yeah, haven't.
Sorry.
Hey, you've got to watch it. It's on. I think it's on Hulu.
It's on Netflix, too.
Dude, it is so
With Seth Rogen?
funny. Yeah, and James
check it out.
Franco.
I love James Franco.
It's so funny.
Hang on. What do we got here? Justin Frazier. I love you.
Faircloth too. I love
Dude,
him.
Faircloth, this guy's been loyal.
is
He's
a
been watching
loyal
this the whole
fan
time.
since we've very first.
What I'm
started.
really pissed about is Christopher Collinsworth. He hasn't tuned in once.
No
Remember,
NAS-
we couldn't get him to shut up last time.
No NASCAR.
Like, he was our
Plus
most loyal fan.
Plus he's blowing his horn over in Baxter at people.
That's disgusting.
What does that mean?
He's got that.
Yeah,
Let
He's
the
got
children
that.
watch this.
He's got
Is it a train horn?
He's got that train horn on his truck, and he's like
doing trains?
remoting in when people walk by. It's actually pretty funny.
Oh.
Shout out to the guy who never watches the show anymore.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. Faircloth, the good Chris, for being such a good. Oh, Christopher Collinsworth. Look, he joins right there. Holy shit. Christopher Collins, were your ears burning, bro? We were just talking about how great of a person you are.
Is that what you got to do? Is give a shout out to a person and they join the show?
Yeah, they
Yep.
just tuned in. So Chris, Justin, Tracy Milton, what's up, buddy? David Wright, everybody, thanks for joining. It's getting a little late here. Ryan's getting trashed because he's been drinking Proper 11.
I've been sipping on every bit of that.
The show won't get pulled if we say Proper 11.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant he drank the other.
That's good. That's a good point.
Drink the first 11ths of it.
Yeah, no, we just can't say the actual name to prevent from getting pulled.
That's why you got to have an Eeyore cup, bro.
Yeah. So, just real quick, we do not have any sponsors. We are going to put together a package. not the kind that Ryan likes either. We are going to put together a package.
Unfortunate.
Just kind of what it would cost just to kind of get some airtime through us.
And how would someone get a hold of you?
So you can reach us. God, Adam, you have all the right answers or questions.
And
So does Matt.
My God.
So you can email us at kjshow2016@gmail.com. So that's kjshow2016@gmail.com. If you're interested, or you can just message us on our Facebook.
The K&J show.
Yeah. Ryan manages that, and he's usually pretty responsive on the messages.
He usually responds within an hour.
Unless
It says
he's
very responsive, actually.
unless he shit his pants at work, you'll have to give him a minute. But we are kind of looking to fill some of those spots. We'll put some pricing together for stuff like that. I do want to give some shout outs though to Mike Mallett and Wise Guy Pest Control. So if you get a chance, you have bugs, any type of bug, I would say that they could get rid of the bug. Ryan, the kind that you
Yes.
have that are in your underwear, they can't.
Dirty bugs, but yeah.
So if you get a
best in the
chance,
biz.
go check those guys out. Also, there is a axe throwing. It is, God, I'm so bad at this. What is the name of this company?
Main Street.
No, hang on
El
just
Guapos.
a second. It is, oh my God.
Scotty Aaron said Matt is gay.
I agree. So Tommy Hawks,
What's that
I'm sorry.
dipshit? I didn't know he was still on Facebook.
So the second one I want to give a shout out to be Jimmy Burgess and Tommy Hawks. So if you want to go throw some axes, check out Tommy Hawks.
Where's this at?
Neo Show. So they also do the True North Enterprise. A lot of these guys are veteran guys. They do leadership training and stuff like that with
Yeah,
True
I've
North.
heard about that.
And they also do Tommy Hawks. So if you get a chance, go check those guys out. If you have a rodent pest problem, make sure you definitely check out Mike Mallett. He actually just did my entire house, and literally, not saying this because we are not getting paid to say it, no bugs, no spiders, no ants, not a damn thing.
I can say the same
Nothing.
thing. He came to our house and
Oh, did he really?
yeah, he
Hey,
eliminated.
and
the
that's the
problem.
thing.
So-
More importantly
The
than
dude is
bugs,
good. He's
right?
honest.
Spiders.
He's a good guy.
Yeah,
brown,
for sure.
Brown recluses are huge around here, so
Yeah.
getting rid of spiders, especially if you got kids and stuff, Mike Mallett can do it.
Absolutely.
Sore throat.
So Collinsworth is sending some pictures here. I'm not going to go drink at Rita's because I would probably blow over the legal limit right now. So anyway, Scotty, appreciate you for saying Ryan's cool and I'm awesome. Appreciate it, Boog Schellenberger.
But I'm gay.
Yeah.
Real nice, Scotty.
Yeah. Thanks for
What a dick.
thanks for that.
Scotty. I need to hear that today. All
punch
days.
him. I bet he's at Gravy's. I'm gonna go punch him right in the face.
Yeah, so we're giving plugs for free here all day long. So make sure you go check out Gravy's also in Galena. We love that place.
Gravy's is
And our old sponsor, Jeff Contrell at Tiff City Pump.
Yeah, so if you man, I'm going to keep it really professional because I could go pretty south here with this. But you need a well dug, anything like that, make sure you get a hold of those guys. Rhino, any last final thoughts? Anything you want to go over?
I think we're good here. Everybody out there, stay safe.
Keep it
remember
classy.
if you have stuff you want to hear or talk about, just comment on the page. We'll touch on it.
Absolutely, yeah. So once we kind of get going here, we get some more listeners and stuff like that. We're going to start streaming live on YouTube as opposed to Facebook, just because
that's
that's where
awesome.
we get a majority of our views. Our last one, we're creeping up over 400 now. So if you guys have some content, some segments, stuff like that you want to hear, we're starting to develop some of these things. This is only our third episode, so be patient with us.
We're professional.
Maddie, any final thoughts, buddy?
No.
Scotty got you all pissed off. Jesus. Any no.
No, we're
Nothing.
good. We're good. No, I'm just. I think that it would be good if you have something that you want to hear or whatever. If you watch it on Facebook or wherever you see it, comment and let us know so we can carry on with that. Gives us something to talk about.
Okay, what do you got?
I'm in agreement with Ryan over there. Just everybody stay safe. And,
That's it?
Yeah,
Stay inside.
Be cautious and be a decent human being to other people and stop spreading this stuff around.
Amen, brother.
And if you have a
Talking about the
mullet
corona.
in Iran, You better cut it.
You better cut it. Adam, is that your final thoughts? Cut your
That's
mullets.
my final thoughts.
Cut your
Thanks,
mullets
boys.
in
It's been
Iraq.
great.
All right, fellas. Appreciate it.
Thanks, man.